Oh, there are good ideas. Okay. There. Let's go with that right there. I got one contact on it at 561. Sending out at 393. I'm hoping we're going to get this ABC pattern down. Now, we need to break this load here for that pattern to be validated at 372. And look. Here's some squeaky. Still sloping support here. Objections are pretty aggressive. Bearish. I think that in general, it's neither. I think Wall Street is looking for bull news, so they're going to see that as bullish. In general, rate cuts are not perceived as bearish, but the market's gone down in periods of rate cuts. The market's gone up in periods of rate hikes. And between like 1998 and 2000, the Greenspan was rapidly cutting rates, rapidly raising rates right before the .com collapse, and it still went up like crazy. So I think right now the greater kind of issues are what people are going to care about. Tariffs, is AI a bubble, and for now everything looks sort of questionable, but not terrible just yet. I think that once we get through this year, next year is going to be bullish. Sometimes with those dang lights, person you're dancing with the lights come on, you're like, whoa. Thanks. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get. All right, let's get ready to roll. They're breaking yellow line. Market is looking like it wants to come down. Start. Say that. No, I opened the night. Sorry, let me the little screenshot here. I tweeted it if you guys are curious about the performance of the random trade. I also ran way up to the 9650 openings.
Good like too. Oh boy, these indices are ready to go out.
Okay.
I don't have any more fans. I don't have more invitations if you want to just get and full stance. I need Saturday
Somewhere in here. I'm like, a handful could be a lot.
isn't I specifically need 7 more stamps. So you don't have to keep filling getting stamps.
It is a 7 wide.
And then additions, so 10.
10 stamps. Yeah, the Jordan's inside. Yeah, the Jordan. Yeah, oh yeah. So again, like, where I mean, see, it's a very told. Let's see, this is just market is Frenchie to be good. But he already stole a buck burger.
That buck booked.
Right, he's out. What?
$5.
Oh, he said, This been pretty on point. He stole it. He jumped up on the table and took it off the table. I was like, what is he doing in there? He may have ate more than one. But he definitely got one of them.
All right. Hey, today.
Stay water says, I feel like, and so you're right, I'm not. I didn't do these. That doesn't sound like saying, and wait, let's to do this. it doesn't just fall straight down. It's not going to happen today without the VIX being high.
I'm on saying Gotham or myself do
I
day.
think we just go down. A VIX is kind of a nice meal. I think that what I'm looking for is the best shoe test to have to happen. Oh boy. And this trade, we've seen these supports right here. On today might just be a big set day. We did lose the
In the kennel? Maybe in the kennel.
Yeah.
No?
All right, yeah.
All right, upstairs. Those targets for you guys are up. 275 is that half gap for the NASDAQ, and they drew something 75 in the market with a dash white line.
Yeah.
S&P is going to be at, where's it? 67 or 76. That's about lines in the lane. That matters, sorry. So, I just, the new pandemic we don't know about. Kind of like, I reminds everybody when during COVID, just in COVID was like one of the few times I was doing that. Market open, my guys, I'm shorting right at the open. Market opens, I'm like, all in, full port, let's short it. It's kind of my dagger, open, short right at the open. Last time, like I literally just jumped in and immediately 10. I was shorting it just MHP. Like the way we were selling off, I was like, yeah, we're going to test MHP. And I was betting on the idea that we also do what I like to call, I like set it into this talent. It's sort of like spanning the range, but basically what it's trying to do is, we know that the government shutdown ending is going to be perceived as foolish. What they do is they kind of like push price away from the expected move so that it contains the moves in it. But the example is that the market will like move here, move here, move here. Let me start over, right? The market is trying to follow what the stock prices are. And the dealers know what the imbalances are. The dealers know ahead of time all inside information and everything they need to know. So they have like a set. And the set point is, let's get futures to fear by market. And they allow some flexibility from us to be there, but essentially, but have they said at least don't time. So if there's an event that's going to be really bullish and people are like, allowed to trade up into it, and then that bullish event, it's going to be like way off target of what, futures are trying to track the stocks. We tend to see it happening a lot of the time just before it gets back and it's going to very big up. Is they sort of like trying to move down such that when it goes up, then it retraces and lands right back where you started, which is what we call a non-event. A non-event means that it's already priced in. Does not really affect the price. It makes sense to you guys, right? Anytime market's doing this and it rallies up on an event and then comes back down to here, keeps going, this is not because of the event. The event, you return back to the original price, the event was already priced in because the efficient market hypothesis states that all it. Dollar. We had that kind of just walk around morning here, but to be honest, it's out there point around. It's like nothing good's gonna come from me staying on the street, so that's why I just kind of walked away. I just gotta walk away. I think that's what needed to be done. So I walked away. Right now, getting ready for market open. I got about 20 minutes here. 28 minutes till the open. And getting ready. I was looking here. Okay, let's talk about this. Current right down here at the 25,500. Right? Why is that important to talk about? Well, if you look here on the chart,
It's just like smoke.
great hour, only focus on regular trading hours. We do have a big gap here. So 25,500 down there to the 25,100 is that Sunday night gap. Right? Yeah, I believe, yeah. Sunday night gap. So we gapped up there Sunday night. We have not that gap. If we fill that gap, well, obviously fill the gap. But the downside, 25,200 is it's sitting there. Look at Caden, right? So
Nasty candle I told.
what happened? All right, let's see what happens here. So 25,500 will be a key level. Can't hold that level here today. I think look for that fucking gap fill, baby. Maybe like 470, 500 level support right now. If we lose that, possibly fill the gap back down there at 25,200. That's kind of my game plan. So, the game plan for now. Basically watching these levels around that 480, 470 level. Below that, could get down there really quickly to that 25,200 level. The hourly chart looks like a head and shoulders. You're not wrong. You are not wrong, my friends. It's definitely a head and shoulders. The neckline right there, 25,400. It's time. The trading ain't dropped. The biggest, the largest preferred platform of the age. Well, if you're going to trade, might as well trade with the best. The longest, the biggest, the largest. Trade a drop. Yeah, you get it. Everybody expects it to go down, ... Yeah, maybe you're right, but I think, right 470, look for the downside. Miguel, is the microphone, does it work? Mike check. Miguel, is this working? Is it working? Did I just literally say that fucking thing? Did you just tell me that if we break that level, we're going down? Oh, God. It's already started. The practice is not even open. And they're already telling me what I just told them. I told you if it goes below 470, it's going to go down. Oh, okay. Okay. Deal. Sounds good. Boat video, awesome rig. Hey, thank you. Yeah, we got the boats, man. We're getting real close to the boats being finished. I'm about to wire $1 billion. The most money I've ever spent on one thing at one time. $1.4 million on a boat. Paying it all cash. I was gonna do a deal for finance. I was gonna finance like some of it, but then ended up figuring out that it'd just be better just to pay for cash. 1.4 million. And then we got the 32 as well. So got about $2 million in boats, baby. Let's go. I told you if it goes down, it will go down. Thank you. Guys are geniuses here. Well, right now, NASDAQ, see dipping down there. You just get short and just fucking let it ride or what? Oh, God, it can't be that easy again, can it? It can't do that again, can it? It can't just go down 200 points again, can it? Can it? Can it? Can it? There's no way. That's not possible, right? Right? Baby? Wow, already down. Look at this fucking going. This is what I wanted to see happen at open. We're below the 500s now, 460s. Moving down there before the market opens. Classic. Look at that bear flag up here. 560. That's 100 points down by now after that bear flag thrown down. Come on, Dad. Don't make. Oh. Hello.
That's a freaking candle. Jesus. Do I?
I said, maybe they're trying to get into the business.
Oh, yeah, it's That's a move. Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Period.
Yeah, man. You did the same thing I did last week. Just got tilted, man.
With the second time I did, almost down to 2.0 and then
It almost went even.
yeah, when it almost went even, I'm like, I'm gonna take this right here. As soon as I went to take bows, it jumped 5 points up. I was like, fuck.
Well, I mean, you could have cut half of them or something. I mean,
Should have cut the whole thing because I got down to like $106 red that position.
yeah.
I mean, I was just about to hit the close on, but that son of a bitch rocket 5 or 6 points up. And immediately went back to $600 red. I was like, son of a bitch.
All right. Well, this is obviously Fed's hammocks being interviewed, saying things about inflation that market is not loving.
Sell the J's kind of saying, who cares if we are running by building?
I think they're selling it because there is no news. I don't know.
You doing?
No, you're fine.
They should. But
It's definitely, yeah. I was like, it's a double bottom and it's a giant W. I mean, everything was saying that it did not want to go lower than that.
well, then I would have been, I'd have been fine had I not been in 6 contracts to run off the rip. I told you what, I'll get back in and change it.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
when I was in the 6 originally,
Yeah.
I changed it to 6 so I have to stop it, gets rid of all 6. And I just always go back there and change the number of contract.
Right.
God,
I was like, after close yesterday, I was like, I'm going to take a short. I didn't keep up walking the dogs, and I take like, it catches a red can, I take one short, and then I was down like $200. I'm like, you gotta be kidding. You gotta be joking. And then I added one to it, and I was down like, I don't know, I ate up basically my profit on NQ for the day, and I was like, and then it finally went back to kind of where I was, and I got out of it. And then I look at the end of close, and I would have been up like $400. Like, you gotta be kidding me. And then this morning, for some reason, I came down here and was like, oh, that's a nice little pop. And I took one NQ long and ate 20 points. Right off freaking well, not VWAP, but 2 RDMA. I mean, it rejected it and did not look back. So that was like, well, that's a bummer. And I scalped the short, scalped the long. So I'm still down 259 on the session.
just frustrating. So good.
I mean,
That's
okay.
Speak.
It leaves.
And then you doing shit ass son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough one. That was me when I ate $2,600 last week.
Like, you can't get mad at anybody but yourself.
No, you can't. And then, you know, like, not like if you don't take any trades today, you'll feel better tomorrow because it's one day, dude. That's what I did. That's what I ate. Because I was down 1,300 in the night session, and then I ate another 1,300 in the New York session, and it was just one long day. There was no, like, when your account resets and the balance, your P&L 0 for the day, you're like, okay. But man, when it don't, you're just like, fuck. It's just, yes, last night is still happening.
You're still looking at that big ass red number. You're like, any trade I take, but for some reason, in the back of my head, I'm like, I got to get it all back.
Yeah, no way.
That
ain't gonna happen.
exactly. That's why I was just like,
I'm not even going to mess with it today. And point, because I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to fucking get it all back, and I'm going to fuck myself.
Nobody tilts in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Nobody tilts and goes up $5,000. Ah, man, that sucks. So you ate like 50 points on that thing? 40? Well, not, you ate a lot.
I think it was like, fuck, I don't know. I honestly don't remember. But I got, when I finally closed it, it was like 2,800 or 3,000 red. I closed it. And the candles was just going. Like there was no stopping. It just kept going. I was like, okay, I've got to just close it.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, did not just sit long because it looks like months ago over the top of a high day New York session. So I took the bomb. It went up like 5 more points from there. And then immediately shot right back down. I was like, well, fuck, okay, I kind of figured that was going to happen to me. That's why I don't like doing that.
Right.
I take the red loss there and get ready to go back short again. As soon as I click the short button, it rockets right up through high day. I was like, you've got to be fucking joking me.
Pretty much. God, dog. That, I mean, I knew it was going to be violent on gold. I was like, I gotta stay out of this. I mean, it gave you exits. It did.
Gave it to me. Let it break. I mean,
Yep.
like, we're talking like less than $150 red, almost rich.
Yeah.
Then what my thought process was there was, okay, it's almost got to be doing how gold is always usually almost gonna at least get me back to green.
Right.
Back to green. And that closed twice. I was like, all right, it's got it. And that third time it did it, I was like, if it doesn't get it here, it's not gonna happen. Sure as shit, it got close and it rocketed.
I thought for sure you'd probably cut around like 42.10 and was like, all right, that's enough. And then,
Was hoping I was looking at, I was in my head, I was like, it's making a bear flag.
it was too.
It looked like it was, but it's still, like you were saying, it was just a bull flag on the higher time frame.
Yeah. I mean, it's what was a little bit off about it is like when you did look at the higher time frame, there was a bear flag in play, but it was a bull flag on one time frame and a bear flag on the other. And eventually it just turned into what is now going to be a giant head and shoulders. But, you know, it moved around so wild. Like, what do you do with that?
I looked at everything. I was like, even if it's a bear flag that doesn't, completely flush, it should get close to that bottom of that wick that it made when the news dropped there on the boat.
Yeah. That was a wild move.
Yeah, the bullish momentum was just too strong for it.
That was a wild move on that. Vote was happening, man. It's like a 200-point move almost on NQ. And I was wanting to just chase the move when it started happening, and then I just didn't. I was like, oh man, that happened so fast. Where is it going? And then, I didn't chase it. I wanted to, but I was like, well, then what's going to happen? I mean, I could have jumped in at any point, just grabbed me a 10-point hitter or something off of it, but man, it was moving.
Yeah.
Then I was just like, I wanted to take the mini, and I was like, it could hurt so bad. I need to just stick to taking like 2 to 4 micros for 100 points at a time. Just keep doing that.
Well, what really made me call it was after the third time I took the red trade on the micro, I was like, the thought in my head was like, just take the mini, you can get a lot of it back. And I was like, as soon as that thought popped in my head, I was like, no, close the chart.
Yes,
It's not going to end it. I kept that mini.
that's true. You can withstand 13 points on that mini on gold. You know,
It was close before at this point to even attempt the mini.
yeah.
Like let's just say if I cut it for $2,500 loss, I would have been a lot more comfortable trying to chase it back on a mini because I still would have had, $4,500 at the flip.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have sustained whatever was coming at you probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, after a 100-point move on gold, I was like, I expected it to be even more violent than it was last night. You know, it really wasn't, it was moving, but it wasn't moving like we've seen it move like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
I mean, it was still like, 1 point, 2 point jump, 3 point jump. Whereas like before it was moving like 10 points a fucking minute, man. I was things cooking. But I was too scared to take any of that shit, man. I didn't take any cash trades. I just sat on my hands and watched it happen. I mean, I expected it to be more of a bullish sentiment, and maybe this will rocket back up, fill this whole gap, and just keep going. It's very possible. Or maybe this is not the news that big money wanted. Maybe they wanted, them to veto the bill to get a different deal.
Yeah.
I just sat here listen for an hour and a half, listened to that vote live. And I was just sitting here like, these people are freaking psychopaths. All of them. Like, this is insanity what they're doing right now. And it's like, it'd be like watching your grandparents just go up there and just argue and be mad at Karens in the neighborhood. That's what it felt like. Yeah. These kids, we want you to have your health care. They're taking away the health care.
My thought process was, so what I've seen a lot of people say, they were like, if the government opens back up, that makes people, that usually means people will go back and off precious metals, get back under the risk on stuff like equities and like stuff like that. So that was my whole thought process was, okay, this has this gold shit just flush for it.
Right. I mean, no, I get that.
Good. It just, I guess that was supposed to be upside.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's just greed out. Maybe it just goes back to maximum greed and everything just gets pumped. But, even when they rotate from one sector to another, it takes a day or two for that to happen. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm definitely going to be a little patient on what's going on here. And you got Johansson over there calling out numbers that are so wildly away from one another. 10 minutes. Reversal at 417. I'm long at 440. I mean, I don't know what it's going to be made, but I plan on taking something that will at least give me less anxiety. I think the volatility is going to go crazy. Gonna watch the YM, gonna watch gold, gonna watch the crude oil. See what ends up happening. I mean, this could go back to 25,250 before getting any kind of reversal.
Look, overnight move.
That's very much on the chart.
And so there's type move right now.
At some point, I got to go pick up all the deer products. That'll be a 2-hour round trip or so. I'm hoping to get a little bit greener on the day before I have to leave that this afternoon.
Yeah. All of that.
Yeah.
There's that gap that I'm talking about, right? We filled that gap there Monday. And then now the question is,
Patrick's looking at the gap down to 205 or something.
to get filled. Okay, I can see why he rage quit now. I didn't know he blew all those GPT again.
He's like, oh, buy the VWAP, buy the dip, just blew them all up. Rage quit. I mean, I was looking down X last night and I was like, dude, so many people with just red blown accounts like crazy.
So I kept seeing yesterday, the whole day. Like, damn, that's all people were saying is that my whole account is gone.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, everyone said that.
I feel fucking great. And that's probably what the problem was. I should have never touched. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well.
I should have been like happy with that. I was leaving the rock alone.
Yeah.
Explain how the data points are.
But everyone wants to buy the dip. And sometimes there's just the dip is dipper.
The time to dip it.
Or honestly, most of social media is over leveraged. They can't withstand any. Like, I was looking at one guy last night. One dude last night was on this other Discord, and he's just like, I lost seven accounts in 2 hours. I'm like, the market's only moved like 60 points. How did you blow 7 accounts? Like, if you can't take a trade and you can't hold 60 points, you've got way too much on the table.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of these trainers. They're full porting into these ends.
No, it's so much leverage. It's crazy. Like, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, every trade they're like they're full porting it, looking for the back. It don't
No.
like it ain't
Even watching, like, the money's taking 2 NQs with that such a tight stop. He should be taking like 5 MNQs and giving that trade room to actually do what he wants it to do. But instead, he's like, all right, I'm out. I got my couple points here. I'm out.
that's why he's not probably turn the limit into a trade.
Oh, no, he's definitely not a momentum trader. Not at all.
Oh, yeah, there's scalper, full blown.
Yep. Especially off that, when he trades off those high time frames. I mean, there's no momentum off of that. Momentum is on the 1 minute time frame. I don't know. Right now, we're still below that 50-day moving average. If that thing is going to be the hard resistance again, like it was yesterday, it's going to be a long red day.
Yep.
There it is, right there. Boom. That's again. That's the market on open. So if I was going to trade the trend, I would short that. I would short that 50-day moving average from like 90 down to probably 75 again. Project it back to the DMA. In fact, I'm gonna put that on right there.
The typo, bro.
There we go. 1 micro.
Every day I got a night. I go to bed at night. I got a night on pillow. You never know, man. You never know.
Take profit in there.
Warbucks going
That's it.
great. Next week, Warbucks will be live. Next week, we're sending out VIP invitation.
All wick.
And it'll be a proffer. So you'll have G-Vals, you'll have a directly funded, all that fun stuff. So that's like you should carry a 9mm. Yeah. Honestly, like I had like the steel weapons permit for carrying a gun, and the problem is the fucking it's just hard, right? Like it's very hard to
I just took a nice big L.
like it.
There we go. Right back down.
So you'll fuck around and you'll find out. I'm real good with the gun. I can pop it off.
What I need to be doing is just leaning 1 micro on and just taking my trades with 1 micro 100% of the time. 100% of the trades. I just take it. Because I can sustain whatever's going to happen with that. That's not really going to risk my MAE rule break. I'm like, if you were trading D-money strategy, you would go long here because on his 1 hour candle, it's a big ass wick. And that's how he trades. 1 hour candle, big wick. So he's looking for upside.
Said.
Meanwhile, boom, look at that. Right back down. 475, 470. Rejects the 50-day.
Yeah, this is a BME shoot gun. Just so people know, just come correct, people.
It is.
Fucking straight up out of the moveless. Got 3 minutes here until market opens. Ew. Oh, and target up. The target up, yeah. Red dot. Boom. Green dot. Boom. I to relive the heydays back in the day. Back when I had more guns than a gun store.
Look at that rejection. Right off the 50. 20 points.
Be careful with the AK-47, Chad.
I mean, really, as a bear flag.
7. Be careful, because that motherfucker is dangerous.
Another bear flag.
Them AK-47s are dangerous.
Gold 4212. Wow. What a dump.
AK-47. If somebody tries to invade America, they're gonna find PW. They're gonna find PW with an AK-47. They're gonna be in trouble. They're gonna be like, "Oh, damn, you got an AK-47. I might have a rocket launcher too." Was that out in Hawaii? No, it's in Florida. Didn't
Bouncing off of nothing. Thin air. Market open in 1 minute.
I never heard no AR before.
See what that does.
You don't want to know. Right. The AR with the holographic optic. That's like a fucking $1,000 optic. Straight up out of the Navy SEALs. All right, market about to open this thing.
He sounds so weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
AKs, ARs, you got it done. This is the real deal, babe. Real deal. All right, NASDAQ, here we're at.
Right through it. Right through the 50-day here.
No. Or
Jackson. Down ripping. Straight up.
here. Right now, getting denied there, the 500s. Bearish, but being patient here. The 2-minute chart. So let's see if we get a little 2-minute open rate for you, a 2-minute open rate for. Did you trade on Tradebait with Optimus Futures? The
Rejection. Dow rejects. 50 Clarkane Dow. Rejection.
year.
Straight down. NASDAQ straight down.
They're dumping. They got 4 of the 8s, I guess. All right, let's try this out.
Dow pumping back up.
I might get a move down here towards this 400 fence. Down here for now.
That was ripping back up. NASDAQ bounce.
Back up here again.
He's short. He is short. 448.
Thanks. It's a little late. It's a little late for that, boy.
So he's looking for it to gap fill down.
Yeah, all right. It's gonna go.
Gold bouncing a little bit.
Gotta go. Gotta get.
Still big, heavy downtrend. Gold.
Good blows below this 440. I might need to add it to this. If that blue line holds, we're in trouble. Yes, clearly. I got this fucking stop at.
On the YM. Let's see if we get a hump up here.
We don't.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. You stop in. Oh,
That's always how it goes. And
nice pump on the YM.
holding that low down there. a little bit of room, but
And stopped out. I was moving a little wild on the chart.
line is real fucking market, boys.
Only down 199.
You're talking about me being unprofitable. Come on, let's stay positive here, guys. Come on. You know, like, give me a little bit of a break. Give me a little bit of, of optimism. You know, come on. Can we get a little bit of optimism in here?
I'll try long in this here. Small size.
Get out, ripping. Oh, it stopped me out.
Too soon.
I don't.
Wait out the opening range here. Oh, Dow took a candle. Stop was safe.
Affiliates. Hey, Samsung,
Gold going up.
thank you for the support.
Market going down. Right through, oh, look at that. Right to the 400s. Has to be.
Oh, my target or what? I moved my target down. I moved this to break even now. Get more out of it. Is this good, chat? Are you guys happy now, or am I still unprofitable? Am I still unprofitable? Good trade. Yeah. Might not be the best trader ever, but that was a cheesy 40, 50 points there. $5,000 profit. So it might go lower.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that right there. That's
So
a nasty candle.
that overnight gap. Look at my get middle now. Everybody in the chat was telling me that I was
Through Boris last stand. Like butter.
so whatever.
Wow. Look at that. That's wild. I don't want to catch that knife, but man, I don't want to chase that either.
And
Gold with a nasty bounce.
pretty minute. Oh, I see it. It's going downtown. It's probably going to keep on going. Now, gonna sell. It's in profit, yes. It's still going. Fucking A. All right, let's see if we get a little bit of a pushback up here. Something to shorted to kind of build out a little bit of a bear flag. A little bit of a bear flag would be nice. That's what we're looking for.
It was getting smoked. Oh,
Why don't you hold a little bit longer? Guys, nobody knows how low it's going to go, right? I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. So it's like, if you're up, take profit. If you don't, take, like, just do what you're going to do. It's,
6830 on the ES.
I just love the people in the chat. Why'd you get
Bounced off of that pretty well last couple of days ago.
nice and easy trade? It can always go lower, sure. Now, I just, like I said, I'm trying to wait for that little, I'd like a little bit of a bear flag to form. At some point, you got to ask yourself, like, do you keep on getting short, or do you wait for some type of small retracement? You might as well.
Tech down a lot, man. Bones is blowing up. 5%, 5%, 5%.
$1. $1.
Oof.
I'll be honest. Oh, dude.
Google down 2.5%, AMD down 2.5%, Amazon 1% red. CoreWeave down 5%. CoreWeave's at $80. Holy smokes. Intel 1.5%. Oh, we got here. Where's Meta? Meta green. NVIDIA down 2.5%. Palantir 2.5%. Reddit down 4%.
They're next to that pivot point.
Wings.
But put back
Tesla 2.5%.
and
A lot of big red.
forward how. There's that
A lot of big red.
Look at the pound.
I don't want to take an SPX trade today.
Oh. Break through the 60 area.
I assume it's the IV at. Hi.
So that don't blow.
My name is Haas. Name is Haas. Fuck. SPX. Good Lord. At the money, $18 bills. Wow. Okay.
Move on down there to the 300s there, Dan. See if we can get it.
Gold is a retracement of $8. Violence everywhere. Oh my God.
But yes, it's sitting at a pivot point. How that goes, sometimes those pivot points just go. We got a pivot point on the on the NASDAQ at the 300. It's 25,300 flow. Kind of seeing if we can get down to a little bit of support there, 340s again, kind of push back up. So, to be patient. Very similar move to yesterday, if you remember. I had that big first move in the morning and then kind of consolidated and then took that then slow. So,
I got Tesla call.
Candle right here where we closed. And we closed really bearish on this candle. And we closed real bearish.
I'll get a little bounce. Cute. NASDAQ is free falling.
$36s to get filled. Nice and easy down the another $4,000 there. So we're up about $9,000 so far this morning. Like bouncing around, it might just keep going forward. Yesterday, I told myself today I was gonna come back in here and make a little bit of money, man. You gotta get more taken out.
Oh, wow. 4,200.
There's your
Dow just got a ripper.
40 points.
It's the top of that weekly open gap right there. Blue 20.
Hey, I mean, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, chat. I mean, that's trading. You know, not every day is going to be a green
I mean, your 15-minute range is set.
year. Making money.
Pretty much. Got 2 minutes.
Trouble. Let's see what happens here next. Remember yesterday, there's a lot of volatility. There's a lot of opportunity, right? You don't need to go and make money on every little candle. If you pay,
Just eating shit.
what happens here next?
Ah, dog. 41.95. Wow. Oh, the whole market's eating it, dude. Jesus. Down to 300. All right, that gap fill was like 205 or something.
225. I'm sorry. Yeah, 220. Bottom of it.
Wow.
Water falling down. There we go. That's my little $5,000. I'll take it right there. Got 5 left. Keep it going. Keep it go. Get it go all the way through 300s here. London one right a bit. That Friday gap looking real good right now, boy.
Jesus.
Real good.
Through the 300s.
Trailing this down. Move my stop is at 311.
Gold, 41.90. Oh my God.
Very aggravating.
Yeah, I have to fuck it. Yep.
Man, there's no way I could have held that.
No.
Wouldn't have the floor.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just aggravating though. I'm gonna put my target right here. I think 85. See if I get filled. I get 88. It's my lucky number. 88. Bam! Another $5,000. Let's go. Contracts. They're taking it. Hey,
Probably. And, you know, maybe on multiple accounts, so it's a combined total. And just spit out there.
it's a, it exists. It's out there. It's real. Not everyone's gonna win every fucking day. Michael Jordan didn't make every get shot that he shot. Michael Jordan didn't make every shot that he shot. But ain't nobody sitting around talking about all the shots that he missed. Think about that. People don't sit around talking about, how he missed the
Violence. Oh, wow, that's a candle on gold.
Yeah. Big bet.
Yeah. I don't want to catch a fallen knife, but this seems like a good spot to start building in the line here.
Congratulations, I'm motherfucking Michael Jordan. Amen. I beat Michael Jordan this tournament. Have you ever beat Michael Jordan at anything in life? Have you? Have you? Magical death? Have you? Have you ever beat Michael Jordan? Tell me, come on, let's hear it. Have you ever beat Michael Jordan at anything in life? Yeah. Multiple times. All right? Multiple times. Exactly. Let's go. All right. Did I cover the perfect time? I don't know. See, people always be like, Patrick, why do you take profit? It's going to go all the way to the 260. It's going to go all the way to 200. Well, I mean, sometimes it don't.
Sometimes it don't.
We'll push back up here now. So, the 15-minute range is still, we just got the 15-minute range. Look at it. I could George, you know, that personal. Hey, you need to go to basketball. So when it comes to fishing, I got a jacket. He don't. Michael Jordan ain't got a jacket. Remember that, chat. He ain't got a jacket. I got a jacket. Right? It needs something. It needs something.
All right, I'm going to take 2 micros here, see if we get a push back up.
Yeah. It was short here again. What do we got? That
Stop with no any profit.
about this morning before the market opened. Right? Look at how
It does look like
out.
Might get one more push down below his 9 EMA for now.
So, better. Like 40. If you lose this 300 support, well, you bet your asses that we go lower. By the way, that we are now down about 170 points from the open. When I told every single person in the chat, get ready. We lose this support there at the 484.
Island movement candles, man.
to fill the gap. So let's go, baby. If you're making money, let me know in the chat.
There we go. That can go in here.
I stand.
Stop that.
Fishing tournaments, we fishing farming programs.
Just back up to that 9 EMA. See if it pushes over. It's. Yep. Completely should.
The biggest, the largest. www.warbuddy.com. By the way, Take Profit Trader is over right with the 40% off, no activation fee, daily payouts, and 2 up pro plus.
Might be done here, buddy. Look for it to come back, retest this 9 EMA, and then just start pushing up. Let's see the got over here.
You know,
You have hit bear target 2 on the day. It was 280. If it loses 280, it might be. I mean, there's no support under that for the day. But I wouldn't chase that. We're still bad here.
I do.
It's still hanging on. Bullish reversal zone. Okay, and YM. I am like still fine to do it.
So these 88s, I mean, look at how close we are to the fucking gap fit. Right? We're so close to the gap fit.
I'm going to take 5 micros on the YN here.
You know what? That's
No, I was trading the minute. And that was moving pretty good. Let's just cut our risk in half a little bit.
got them all, baby. All the top.
Banking on this, really wanting to go reverse up here. Awful fill. Wow. I might actually buy 5 more just to get a better average on this.
It's happy that we can come back today. Yesterday was a bit of a fuck fest. You know, like I said, it happens. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna crush it every day. Sometimes you're the hammer. Sometimes you're the fucking nail. You know, honestly, it's just
There it goes. Banking pumping.
here is we got to come back, man. We got to come back. Feedback today. We put on the board. We made the money, and it's just, you know, reaffirming. Like, hey, yesterday we fucked around, right? We didn't follow the plan. We didn't follow the trend. What happened? Well, we got fucked. We got fucked real good yesterday. So today, what are we gonna do? Well, we're not gonna fuck around. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you, sir.
YM's got to cross this 200, go to view up. Ryan. That's right. Pumping.
As I didn't know. For a candle to make a new low. What have we not done? We have not made a candle new low on this 1 minute chart. Really, I mean, right there, kind of, but that was a big push. Back up here now, so being patient, chat. Being patient.
All right. I added 5 more, so I'm in 10. A better average, so I can get out of it. Is a way better.
Wow. It's done. It's done. It's like gold. Gold trying to catch a barrel.
Al just took a nasty red candle. All right. Well, we're going to be in this for a little bit. Oh, nice bounce.
You got long on it or short?
Yeah, I'm long on it.
He said he put a letter out. Kind of interesting. It's like we're seeing a movie in real life. Market puts it back up here now. But this is actually the letter. He goes, "Dear investors, with a heavy heart, I will liquidate the funds and return capital.
I'm eating it. Jesus.
Pulled back by years. My estimation of value in securities is not now and has not been for some time in sync with the markets. With a heartfelt thanks, but also with apologies. Well, future investments. I do suggest investors contact my associate regarding his coming endeavors. Phil is a tremendous young talent in the field of investment and the most prodigious thinking I have ever explored. So anybody want to call, just call Phil Craft, be like, hey, I want to invest. Who we call? on the boat. They're like, hi, my name's Dr. Wheeler. I want it death. There it is. Where's that? What letter was he just reading?
Oh, Michael Burry closing his hedge fund.
Yeah. Yep. But Nvidia kind of popped back up 1 So Nvidia's holding back up there. I am flat right now. No trades open. So just be patient.
Oh God, that's a cable.
See, moving
All
trend.
right, we might be getting out of this downtrend, man. This is getting violently to the lower side here.
Yeah. Good time to be patient. We're getting back above these EMAs there on the 2-minute chart. We're right there in the middle of the 15-minute range. The middle of that 15-minute range loves to act as resistance or support based on, bullish or bearish price action. Let's see if that 15-minute range is going to hold or the middle of it. Kind of build out a bit of a bear flag here. Just be patient. It should pull back from here, right? If you're overall bearish, this should be kind of that high. Here, right? That would be the high that you're basically or the put back up, go lower. Gotta go. Sometimes gotta go up.
Rejected the EMA pretty hard.
Like, yeah. Right?
Bounce.
Oh, NASDAQ ripping back up there. See, being patient, man. Patient, don't just go shorting for nothing. Well, for doubt, really that confirmation. The ripper right back up this lead phone. Oh, girl, up there.
Stayed in the NASDAQ.
What we're looking at. Let's see if we get denied in the middle of this 15-minute range. Get denied here and start selling back down. Well, that'll obviously be bearish, but you got to see what the bulls, the bears are going to do. I want it higher first. Anyone else feel like that? To go higher.
I'm eating it, Bubs. Eating it. Down 350. Yeah, the cow's breaking low a day. Fuck.
Oh, there's a bit.
Yeah. I'm way on the wrong side of this trade. Jesus. Right up to that 200 and just rejected it. I'll just stay in it. Whatever. NASDAQ is pumping hard. Jesus. Maybe I should chase it with an NQ here. That's a nice move up. Oh, it's the 50-day moving average, of course.
So, no reason to be short.
There's no reason to long that. That's the hard resistance on the NASDAQ.
Here. 15-minute range so far. We've got about 300 point there, 200 point opening range there. So, good time for this kind of event. 8 minutes. But this, if we're going to put in a high here, like if this is going to be a lower high, well, guess what? You know there's going to be plenty of downward potential there. So, that is a good thing, right? But I mean, for me, right? I wanted to get short. I basically want to get back below like 350, right? It's need wide. Like these EMAs and all that right there, like we bounced here earlier. So this could start to just kind of push back up here. Right? It's
Come on, Dow. Pump it.
right there at that move, right? At the swap, the opening range, high, all the way up there.
Almost reversals on Dow. Let's go.
Just need it safe for now.
All right. I mean, better. Looking better.
You're on the bottom of the scale. It's kind of like I want to see us start to break.
There we go. Get back up there.
I'm looking for. Start to roll over. That's where I'll be looking for parts. Yeah. Stay out of it, honestly.
Probably cut 2 there. That's a moving average. Damn it. Ah, that was quick. Hump it. Almost back. Almost back, Bubs. Oh, we're coming back. What a pump.
Fouls. Giveaways. So
Oh my God, it's almost green.
goal looks like it was for us. Yeah.
Oh my God, it just rejected that. BMA so hard. Go up there, push it.
15-minute chart and getting denied there to 415 before going lower. Still being patient.
Oh my God, it's just going all over the place. I'm gonna cut too late on it. That's fine. Vic. Right. Gave me a good solid exit there, like down $80 or something. I could have cut half of it. That's gonna reject it. Oh, wick. Fill it. Fill the wick. Other way. What's trying? Oh, NASDAQ beating it.
Here. Like this. Start to. Let's see where the scale closes at now. We can close below this.
I have eaten it on that Tesla call too. Jesus.
No way. Taking it down. Back down.
I cut 2 of them here. I'll limit some of this risk. This looks like it wants to just free fall.
There we go. Through the 360s. Yeah. Been there below the P's. This one, try to get down there below 300 if possible. It's big trade or it's small risk. Risk 20 points for 50 points or more. What I'm looking for, maybe. You never know, maybe a little bit more. Go, come on.
Come on, YM, pump it.
But the risk reward at the card break, yeah, I were risking 20 points for a possible 50, 60 point move to the downside. So, but you got to play it. You know, that's all you can do. And I'm not going to take profit for 20 points. I want at least 50 points, guys. At least 50 points. Get the bounce again.
Yeah.
I'm going to be bounced out there at 340s, but they can play in. Right through this 340 level. The down, baby. Come on. Feel like a quick 50 point drop right now.
I am going straight to low a day.
If you want to. Take it down, Nasdaq. Take it down.
Why? Because another bounce. NASDAQ does not look like it wants to go up. Big bounce on the YM.
It's hard. You look at the P&L and you're like, oh, you're up 5,000. Make it, right? You think about it, but can't make 10,000 if you don't ever, if you always take profit for 5,000. So I think we got a really good trade set up here, and I just want to see it play out. I mean, if this really starts selling off, then you could get all the way down there to the fucking 200s, even 25,200. So it is what it is.
There we go, REM. Nice bounce. Real nice bounce. Oh, position is going green. Position is green. What a candle on the YM. Holy smokes.
Go back up here. Think my stop, Al. Don't do it, Nasdaq. Come on.
If I can get out of 2 up here. A hell of a candle. Just don't want to risk it rejecting again. Fill it. Oh, you son of a bitch. God damn it. Pump it again. All right. Oh, there it went. Got out of 2 more. Still. Oh. Bloody rejection.
Instead of going and having no stop there, you know, if I had no stop, then you're like, it squeezes all the way back up there and you just let it ride and you roll all your accounts. So try to avoid that today. Right? We can avoid that.
What a candle. Gold is pumping.
Gold is going. There's that, squeeze it back up there now.
That was squeezing a little bit. Not quite like the freaking NASDAQ though, but see if we get up there.
Got the stop loss is above this 420 level, and then
Yeah. All right, that's my break-even point on this trade. See if we get a rip. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, NASDAQ, where are you going?
I had a
Oof.
I mean, you know, like We were up. We were up 30 points on that trade. I mean, how the fuck are you gonna know this game is gonna do that right there? Oh.
All right, down to just 5 on the YM. Trade is green.
It's 20 points for a possible 50 to 60 point trade.
Looking for 320 to the VY.
The trade was there. Just how the fuck are you gonna know that it's gonna go straight back up like that? I don't know. Anyone who says they knew it was gonna go back up, just they lying to you. Have to squeeze it. 440 now. But again, guys, that's why we have our software. We have it. That's why we have a plan. We're not risking 100 points to make 10 points. Right.
All right, become one more out here. I might just close the whole thing here, or this thing rejects again. NASDAQ rejected already. Oh, we're trying to push. Go, Dow Jones, go. I'm out. All right, all down 148. So I got a lot of that dumb FOMO trade money back. I just expect this to reject pretty aggressively. That's a wild hold, though. Jesus. All right, let's forget that I was in longs on NQ 120 points ago. No.
No vote. All right, NASDAQ just riding with everything right back up there. Oh. Back up there, is it?
Whoa, look at that pump. Oh, yeah, she going. I'm like, man, I want to chase that. Jesus. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Wow.
Enter that pivot point now, 440, 450 area. So this is going to be that key level. NASDAQ has just reversed all the way back up to open, basically. So they had that big dump. They kind of front running that gap build. Funny because like, yeah, it why? Just maybe that a little bit of Sunday night solar. We bounced off that pivot, 25,300 now. Back up there 450. So
They're trying to go.
Hello.
How you going? Gold looks like it's making another bear flag.
It looks like.
I'm just gonna stay away from gold for right now.
Off we go, baby. Be out there at the 490 degrees.
ES, giant George W on the ES. Giant one on the NASDAQ. I'm doing the ejected pretty aggressively.
Apex arrow. Well, fucking A, boy. Fucking A, boy. Let's go. Love to hear it. Love to see it. Love to hear it. You like it. You like it a lot. It's, here. No, to go long, to go short. He's got to be patient, honestly. But if we reach land 491, we've got a worthless setup.
It'd be great.
25 now. There you said, break out the 50-minute raise to the upside. We do have that here for 1 hour overnight.
Liquidity pot.
25,600.
Resiliences are fine and standing. That's what I like.
Back up here like that, you know, like pretty clean.
If it could rally this all the way up the highs today and tomorrow.
She pumping. All right. See if it rejects right here. So 120 EMA, 200 EMA. See if we get a nice rejection.
This will be, it's gonna, when it touches
So 200, man, they are screaming. Holy smokes.
right now, get above 5, you're like
Almost a 200 point bounce.
bucks. Yeah, 5%. When they turn down the, wow, check it. A runner ride, that's pretty good. Baby. Love when everything works out.
Projection.
Love it. For the haters now, there aren't that many. When you do well, when you do get it, when you're great at trading,
Projected that 200 pretty hard. See if it comes out and holds. Holds this next EMA at 120 for about, man, I'm glad I got out of Dow trade. Jesus. It's a 60 point pullback.
Damn.
Yeah.
Second entry. For now. That you shall not pass for now.
NQ above 480 is really into that bullish reversal zone. Could start going. Bull last stand 436.
A pivot point as well. The 50 area is a pivot point right here. Or 50s.
Whoa. Asset says we could get the September jobs report next week. It's already been cooked.
So it's on sale.
Interesting.
And they're a little volatile now, so don't sleep on this. Got this way too down and then. What happens here now? I've got the EMA's cross.
Yeah, I'm losing 436 again. Right here, we're having trouble again. Yeah, it's not looking good. All right, back to the 21 EMA. Bounce off of that. Down, getting a bang.
Down there. Back down there, the EMA.
What it's doing right now, it's got my because the question is, do we build out a blue flag here, or is it gonna be like a big bear flag or stuff back there? Like Nvidia got denied. Nvidia tried to come back down and away. The old
High or low?
it's a higher low. The rest of Trump below zero right now. So be careful here on something right there. This is a change up. So this is not that good.
Not be curling over.
Goes there. It just shifted, you guys, so be very careful. Back basically wanted to go back road pull button.
Okay, then. I don't see it.
It's kind of needed.
Catch some crazy out.
I mean, I'm expecting it. Well, I feel like what's happening is now there's just a whole bunch of rollover, you know, cycle change. So they had the money one place and now they're just moving it.
Rest dying on Nasdaq again. No good. No good. Like right there in the fucking.
Dude, Tesla's at 412. Holy balls. That's pretty crazy.
That 400, it start to plummet.
Yeah, so the white line look below zero. So
That's all 400 level. 400,
the erased it.
expect more downside, possibly not going to happen. Or Nvidia selling back down 180. Through that 188 level, Nvidia did move back down to LE. That did change that. But let's just see. We're flip on. It's not that bad. I'm still hanging on, but
Jackson. All right, 50-day moving average right here. Got to do support.
now the nose picking song.
it's right through the 400s now.
Really excited about seeing
350, 360.
nose picking song.
That's
There it is. There's the bout. And get that out of there. For time. This is the Nasdaq bear zone top on the monthly map here.
Lose a free, lifted, dropped it. With the 380 drop. Yep. Real quick.
That is the rest. It's not that bad in S&P. It's just bad in NASDAQ. So NASDAQ took a little bit of selling pressure here.
Gotta hold it.
If we lose the band and we sell off today, friend position say right.
Pretty violent.
He had a T spot here. I'll risk it and do a little bit heavier around that dip.
Lions hang on.
Conditions are better again, so that's good. Let's see what happens. Oh, great bounce. Yep. Bearish though. NASDAQ still bearish. The hundreds here. You'd like to get that second trade spot twice would be nice. Well. I stop hold it. Yeah, I think they were here step on it.
Now went back to 50 day. It does kind of look that way.
Let's look at making sure. No one at the low 400 here. We got the EMA for the 1 minute chart about to throw on trust the structure. Big flag, so said, I think if we break through 400 strong here, we can head straight down there. 300's end. Get through there, and but as they were joking, that was yes, yes,
Yes, it was.
that like a whole room of 380.
That's that 50 days, man. Just gets below it. And it's gonna be a rough one.
There, let's see what's going on. Better find out what's hanging. Why do you gotta do that? Why do you gotta play with my heart like that? NVIDIA just tanking. That's a big part of it. Apple, probably there. I still feel it had quit playing game. Amazon's good. Microsoft's good. But very, down. I am short right now. Just trying to get this. The 380s looking for like down in here, just some more, but it just felt like no. It's you should go already. Yeah, Dad. What? How much are they now?
Oof.
Then you just go. Wow. This got a flip. They were still in the brakes, so this is kind of already bad here. It's exciting to see this create like a bigger V-lab type. I don't know, man. This is very on. The distance just flip flops on a floor or actually again was sitting literally on the edge. Nasdaq needs to hold this area by today where the structure's flipped and the fiction is on instead. Crazy. It's levels. There's still down on the structure. Let's type it out to the fair market.
About 380s.
You guys are sure. So, y'all are totally welcome to take my money from me. So, we all look together.
Stay impatient. I'm going to move down here. I'll be down for now.
With the second trap.
Well, that
Totally stag.
live red.
A lot of red today, right?
See the build out another bit. Fine. Staple low behind. Legal right there. Legal line of resistance. Go. Want to go lower. This don't get the hell.
Yeah, the sale excited to see this BA on the there.
Yeah, we stand lose 360 today. Tomorrow, 3 bears, but bears off in ends. Everybody.
Days will really suck. It's transition days. We flip back. If we lose this, it's like bear market territory for the next week. Like this is longer term bear market. Longer term bear. Still holding on to the other show.
First minute handle just closed. The third minute handle just open.
This yeah.
It just by keep it at by to it at. Oh, where's everything that did for like a hot minute?
Try to hold it, huh?
So it looks like it.
Nope.
Perfect for like 40 points on the S.
Wow.
Forget about everybody has a better answer now. Let's say, yeah, it's about Indian. It's a long
Back up this other order.
Great. The profit. Random challenge. Unfortunately, I have to stay in it on if you trading it. So I got to hold something.
I got out with my 3 here. And whatever.
It's not when they did, yeah, the big gauges. Yeah.
It's already ended out. But even yeah, and then it's right looks out in over some. Pretty much.
To kind of suck because this has shoot. We just had this time in that was like well down.
There, you know, I'm gonna turn both over to that. 15 or so next. Questions?
How much you all use?
Okay.
It's not really hanging on, is it?
And now goes one to be around.
Oof.
This is worse. First time we got here, it was like -16. Now it's negative 28. So here, these conditions are worse than they was there.
Random trading sounds though. I gotta stay in the trade if I want to. Jesus.
I
I get a chance to get out.
so you can see what I'm looking at, right? We're below these EMAs. We got a pivot point down there. The low of A, so more 25,000.
And then that's it.
You know, could it go all the way down there? Possible. It's possible. It's possible, Dad. And you see why I got short where I got short. So I got short when we broke back to the middle there. We got below those EMAs. Well, I was looking forward. Yeah, and I see the market. a big old winner at it. Give me a big old winner. Still trading right above 210. It's a big old winner.
Right. It is so.
Bring this down a little bit. Right? Trailing. Maybe get through this. Let me take a look at right here. 33. But was more 50 down. Beautiful. And absolutely. Oh, dipping to me, NASDAQ. That's almost 100 points there, Chad. Like I said, all this trades. Boo. That's 100.3 on YouTube. Ain't no one doing it like this, I'm telling you. You know, they're doing it like this. Yeah, spiral. So good. Right, look at it. That way, Dave, my face out. And this is what I'm going to do. I think I got to nail it. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to put my stops to get out right here. So either we go in and make it close day.
Whoa.
Here,
That is ugly.
yeah, no. Wait to see what we can. I think it's a good.
Oh, balls.
We might get down downside. Definitely, we're not get sacked, all of that. But Dave would be able to like out of it. So we can have, and then you get 5 years. I don't think we're going to learn this. You're protecting the profit that we got. This is the 2-minute chart, by the way. 2-minute chart here. I'm just moving. Look how this low. So in theory, you should kind of make a new low here sooner than later. 206 on NASDAQ. That's about where that 25,003 or there next. That's their little line is. And all that NASDAQ gives low stuff. Okay, so good. We do it as success here. So in S&P, if we break here, it goes down, and that's what happened. Great. About this. The full days that it has said that particular selling pressure. So good blowing here. You agree, but got a great overall setup, right? Everyone lining up for this to make a new low. So I can't lose. Well, as they happy as the moves. I'm just dumping enough today. Great. Let's see, dissociated a bit. Problem is the video is polar. Here's Bitcoin stocks to the low of this candle, right? Here we go. 300. Oh my God.
I'm going to join from the car here to say.
All right. Over 100 points now. Thank you very much. Yeah, right on the high gap. Got it. Problem is, I did bounce all the way there. This new low of day coming. Come on, Pat. Where'd your fucking here right now? Get through this 280 area until we go over 200 points. We go over 200 points. We got about 200 points. That was the trade of the day right there. You got a little bit of a bear flag. Like I said, basically watching for that break back below 400s here. Once we lost 400s, it's downtown like Charlie fucking Brown.
Facing this square.
Yes, sir. In a trade. No trades. We don't make trades here. There's no trades ever. I'll take it.
Rules my man today. That's how much to do on there.
There's no trades, such fan. Damn fair. Bruce fan let us down today. Why the 2-minute chart? I mean, Just a little bit more, less noise than the 1 minute chart. Here. The band reminds me of the bounce the stop here of that last runners. We've got RD set up. I'm literally I read like a little yellow down bad. And very let it ride. It had a great trade. Could have been a 300-point drop. You know, could have been could have, should have, would have. But at least we took the trade. So that's all I got. I don't know what else to say. Take this trade all day, every day, baby. It can still drop 100%.
Never should.
I'm not saying it can't. If we get stopped out here, it is what it is. Are we long now? No, we're short. They're fucking short, guys. Come on. Y'all gotta learn how to trade. Y'all gotta learn how to trade. If you think I'm long right now, you gotta learn. Consistent trader held a short as well from the 450s down to the 306s. Let's go. Respawn on S&P for D-Van trade and just hold on to the back holding NASDAQ. We got all those vibes stopping. So nice. Early. But yes, I am short, guys. I am short. Look at the fucking screen, man. This is going to turn into about a 5K loss if I end up being wrong. But the problem is if I have to stop out, I won't get a chance to trade into Reflame, which is my normal trading strategy. If it loses the event, I stop out, then I have to take the loss and I can't trade again until the dice rolls again. That sucks. But one, yes. Still right now at the NASDAQ. Which firm is nine? We got all this side. It's a bit off, and it's just that's just genuine selling. They're been trying to get out of this market. Pivot point. Pivot point. I'm like every day is rise. Everything's out. It's like I know, but it might have predicted that. At least to this degree, this is just going to tell where you go in here. No reason to say, dang, if it's side of your square on there, and it's to be, but I'm going to somebody liquidate us something. Right there. Come on, man. Structure of this market. This give me a race. Take the short again. Maybe not. Maybe just stay in it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying you have to do what I'm doing. Take profit. Nothing wrong with that. So, that's a pretty shitty sort of. I now said I'm only right down to here. I'll probably pull the plug on a. It's a 10 times. Those were minis. What do you think? They're in the mini now, guys. Now, let me turn down. Let's get 1,000 likes here. So bad. It's computer. I mean, for me personally, there's no reason to take profit here. On this lap, already strike because you have to hold through a lot of line to go on playoff. But goes for the whole gap fill or not. It is like, what am I going to do? I'm going to bust out, or I'm going to close this trade. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to go, yeah, nothing but it's the downside. So if we crash to 68.14, it's like 60 points a drop. So these are all right. Okay, there, very bad there. I did it was feel like a nice credit. Did on it. I got the short trade last night. Just did up and down and chopped out. That open ES. Can add. I'm still in the Nasdaq trade. I can still add to my position. I can choose any contract I want. I'm still in the long Nasdaq. I'm allowed to add at my discretion as long as I'm still engaged in the trade. Rico, what are you talking about? And if anybody's wondering, this morning we talked about something that was happening before the market opened. Right? Very clear. On the 1 hour chart, we had what? And that key support. Well, not running above one sailor saying, right? It's you we are looking for and Daniel back into the Sunday Sherman open. Sunday open. If you will, you think it should be one design. Why do you feel it should be one? The market heading Sunday opened up with a big gap there. It's hard to see it, but it's there. This is Friday close. This is Sunday open. So what we're looking for is this gap right here to get filled. It's not rocket science. It's just trading. Right, the rules that we picked are right. It's about fighting. Oh, it is fun. So they're trying to get more. Reversal is a 15 minutes. So it is that look today. Now I did move. I stopped here to 300 data points on 6816 is my stop right about here at about 6804. I'll give it a little bit extra juice because of the extra volatility. Absolutely. And beautiful trade, guys. Beautiful trade. It don't get any better than it. Sort of. Come on. Come on, sit down. I see they got to win. They're flag for renting. At the damn best. Absolutely fucking brisking, boys. Well, that told me to cover at the 300. I guess I shouldn't have listened to you. Was that good to not listen, or should I have listened? You know, the $1 billion question, right? Everyone's always a genius. What do you think? Everybody's always a genius. Everybody's always got all the answers. Don't need. And you, with the girl, together. Right to this 250 area, fucking give me my 100 points and shut the fuck up, NASDAQ. How about that, NASDAQ? How about that, NASDAQ? All right, I'm going to trail this. I'm moving my stock to the 270s now, the top of this candle. Guys, come on. Come on. What? By the way, we do this every day, live on YouTube for free. No charge. It's around the edge on this. Spend hundreds of dollars every month for a day trade for the fucking moron on the internet. Or you can tune in and watch this moron for free. You know, you got, not a lot of options. Or you got two options. So either you learn to do it, you either pay a moron to teach you how to trade, or you got to hang out with me for free and do it. So I'm here for you. You know, I'm here for you, Ben. Oh my God, we are getting so fucking close, boys. Did I really just do a 200-point trade live on YouTube? No, it sucks. Did I really do it? Is it possible? Oh my God, it's so close. It's probably gonna talk like that sucks. Now, I think it's as great as that trade. Sorry, guys. Sorry, yeah, that was salary game. Now it's almost that down. We're always kind of little something on to it just in case that volatility gets back up and off. Still not, baby. Stupid of a day today. Why is it great? The internet. I don't know. I don't know what is. I just get I don't know what is. Yeah. You know. Face bubbled sometimes. I mean, could that entry have been any better? I still want to hang on a second grab. I really don't think so. I mean, maybe let's be short at the fucking. We're at the we get back to DD band. I'm gonna file back in on this freaking trade and work it back down. Hey, like I said, sometimes you're going to lose, sometimes you're going to win. But again, I started the child. That's nice. It's a trade not closed because I can still hold on to a trade. And then, you guys, okay, so let me tell you the rules one more time since y'all aren't getting it. The gap is filled inside the time window. I had the shorty. I had a trade inside the time. I picked it right here. At full profit target, we have the first, the 30s. That is down. I'm a way to, there we go, is a trade. So as I'm on my lateral an option, I don't have to close the trade. I can back the best trade of my life. I can add another trade. I'm selling the profit target. It's so nice too. I mean, this little lottery right here. Once we start to move it, you guys can see. Absolutely fucking go. And I please give you one. My congratulations. We're going to get the jack me back to 4. That trades bull flags and bear flags. Well, you made money today. You made money. Again, like I said, right? However you want to look at it. I call this kind of a big old bear flag type setup there, pushing back up. We got the knife to view up, saying the place way down, exploration. This will only create shorter points right there, chat. That's right. 200. How many points? And I know I'm taking drawdown, and I'm going to do it just because I need tomorrow. Will sell the day off. Well, this day our trade the day I really want. Tomorrow I'm going racing, so I won't be here tomorrow. We had hedge pressure. We turn around. We bound. Will be here in the morning, but I won't be here. So check out D Money tomorrow morning. I still believe it. Daddy's going race car racing. Going race car racing. Buddy. All right, now the question is, gap filled, what do we do from here? Do we push back up? Now that I took profit, NASDAQ, you can go back up now. Now that I took profit, NASDAQ, you can go back up. Maybe the challenge would be better if you traded more like your other normal trades. No, the challenge is to prove risk management. The challenge is to just prove a point. Sometimes this kind of day just happens. I held on to a runner just to see if I got the big rally up, but this kind of day happens, a big deal. Except that now that was, like I said, almost 200 because the way I would normally trade to set. I would have stopped down 200 points of fucking your magic that I don't know, and then insert again here. This is the action. Let's go. So I'm forced to kind of hold on to a trade because that way, when I get to the real trade that I want, the really good one, I can get in pretty heavy and then bring this back up. So. Pure imagine. Why do you take the rest of the day off? Well, I mean, hey, with all due respect to the service manager for most people, the Bob company need to be teaching me anything about risk management. This is all within the allow if I'm allowing myself on the trade. That was a micro scalp, which you mean to say is you're just blindly aiding and I see what else your own mind is doing. In 5-second trades. Where's the guy yesterday? Bad, you don't do micro scalping. Is 200 points of micro scalp? Is 200 a micro scalp, chat? Exactly. Is that micro scalping? This is just, you guys are everywhere. Fault and tolerance. I'm allowing myself $5,000-$6,000 of drawdown on this one. It's how the wrong opportunity is good. 150 points. Holy fuck. Crazy son of a bitch. Just a this is not doing something to 150 points, Sandra. You make lots of points. Hey, don't make too much money, guys. Don't make too much money. You're gonna make me, the prop firms are gonna cut me off. They're gonna be like, Patrick, we can't work with you anymore because all of your viewers make 150 points every day. We can't do that. Like, please don't cut me off. I don't win every day. Come on. This thing is going to 24,500. Maybe. One thing you guys have to also understand is that you trading evals and profit accounts right now is not the same thing as a real account. And if you made money, I only get a real account. Awesome.
It's not a whole trade stops me. $100,000. And they go say, I'm lowering myself to and there's two signals. Well, the range of what exactly to do. It's like a boy to take it throughout all of this. It ain't over, guys. They don't put so don't like. What I would do in a profit account is I would long and some evals, long and some evals, long and some evals, and split up the risk and set in a real account is long and contract, long and contract, long and contract. I'm going to play the whole range, and it's well within the limits of what I'm absolutely okay with trading. But a lot of people are thinking, probably you're thinking is, you're blowing up evals or something, trying to minute or something. You can't do what you do in evals, but you can do over here. The edge of my next setup. So because of that, I stay as a D trade here. I was there, I play in this there and did achieve. I had a great one in. I was great. Phil talked about that. I said shoulders before the boys, but I think we really had the trade and so we followed the plan. Why did we made it stopped out that a bit other it's worrying but today and I was big exactly what's gonna happen for something so I shouldn't be always look at that on the but my bet will be the hourly on the shoulders, baby. Head of my body saying what things it goes head or trade here shoulders. Head and shoulders, there's line there it is, fill the gap. That's the Saturday night app like the so I'm gonna add some position on all those higher time frames. You see how Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of a chop fest, and then really today was the move. So congratulations. Is it too late to get in? The challenge should include use of hard self loss. So I'd be a risk management. He pays it on his own management position. We're not just trying to you don't have, don't have to trade every little move as the account make money or lose money. It's not make 40 points, lose 40 points, one or the other. It's real. If you're looking for a sort and it's random, it's really, it's like, I got to get out of a put that up with it. I have to be engaged on a trade. I think better than the market always me. I can't sit down. I can't wait for $8. It was not $8 trading. It's more and I even won't today. Maybe it keeps going straight down, but it's hard heads. We filled the gap. Right. So the way I look at it now is like, hey, the objective has been done. Right. The objective has been completed. Right. That's kind of like, I'm like, I say, used to trading props. You've never. Now the question is like, nobody else create a real trading account. They'll never really, you go harder, trade more, go harder, go stronger, go long, farther, still green. Right. So I'm not even really sweating it too much. But I'm forced, normally I would have stopped out and then waited and then entered again, but I'm not allowed to do that in this account. So instead I chose to hold one contract out of the account. It's a little bit extra. I said I was going to use about 5,000. It's now going to be close to 7,000 if I pull the flag. Because I'm choosing to take the second trade here. But for me to do that, I'm actually forced to bag hold because of the challenge. But only one contract I closed out. So that runner that I held, that I bought here, whenever I had basically one, and I grabbed 3 more. Then when we got to there, it shows out two. Trader 40% off to the one, grabbed and more. Went to there, closed back. I take profit down, 9 and 10 profit cycle. Normally I would have closed out the entire thing where and then wait for this. The key value, you go into the pro in, and then you get moved. But I'm not allowed to do that in this challenge. And that's what it all really started. So in this particular challenge, I decided to hold the one, the additional 100 points, which does kind of sell you. That still $800 extra of loss. The base plus stop will be another $3. Then the idea that right now is our division. That, like I said, that's a better deal than when Apex is okay. Let me make sure if you can still going on. Is this open? Remember, all of my serious fund and network accounts, I closed out there. The best, the best thing you can, but right here, I think it ended yesterday. We'll see what happens there. So I'm right now, just being patient. Like I said, same account, it's quite engagement. And again, guys,
check this out.
The price base, you're not allowed to go on drawdown.
But the market has
now I'm allowed to do
done
that. And
what we expected it to do. Right? Does that make sense? We had an idea this morning to fill this big gap, the Sunday night gap. So if you believe that, if you were like, hey, I think this is a good short at open, we're going to fill the gap, well, then maybe I don't trade. Maybe I don't continue to trade, if that makes sense, right? Because it's like, I don't know what happens next.
the limitations of
I know it's just an habit.
the expanded portion of this is like ice control.
Job has,
The guys object to be about 5,000 ish
job
bucks
fits in there, or the
What
that's part of it.
So exactly volatile. I was expecting the market to sweep around. But we're pretty good as long as we plan.
we had the cat get build. We made money on it. So now the question is,
A lot of trading is like this. A lot of really
people are going to be like, well, what do you do now? I'm like, well, I mean, right now you just
we'll see. You will take drawdown.
I would like to see
taking drawdown.
push back up here, guys. Rejected at the bottom that fits in range just more, and then maybe
And that was pretty acceptable.
But again,
It's either like losing key pivots
think about it, right? We moved down from the 500s to that's a fair big move, basically from the highs. Can they go lower? But maybe it's just how like you got to ask yourself, okay, the job has the market hit our target. That was our plan. The plan was to get down here to the 200s. The challenge was ripping that without the use of a hard. So I want to try to ship me after we filled the gap. Yeah, not unless I see something that really looks like a good short. Right now, I'm just like, that makes absolutely no sense.
They're doing. If I'm forced to stop at a certain point and I'm forced to take profit at a certain point, that's not even a risk management trading challenge. That's just a market dice roll.
Trying to walk away. I don't right now. As much as I want you to stay here and keep watching me live on YouTube,
That would physically make money or lose.
Yeah,
money. Just lose a trade and win a trade. Lose a trade, win a trade. That would be
also
waste of time.
you guys stay green. Don't pull us into me.
He is saying.
And it wouldn't make any sense to even do that after the day.
I know that makes sense.
There's 70 signs.
There's no control over that. There's no reason to even do that. Some days I just make 800. Some days then you're just basically dice. I can write an algorithm that just does that. And then you can watch the market the account just sort of be noisy.
That's the moral of the story. If you're green on the day,
on bear days and they're down on bear days, and that doesn't actually exhibit risk management because that's not how you win trading with risk management. You're not supposed to trade with a hard stop and then just close out. Manage a position. That's the whole point of risk management. And I see value. MANAGE NRT. It contains the word manage.
Trade this more.
Manage.
Got 700 chicks. I've been doing 706s.
Part of risk management
Or it's happened really far away, but manipulate 90s
situation. Just
up and down there at the lows. So
avoid. Right.
congratulations.
The highest strategy is managing the
pieces and they are today.
So
Shout out to the female traders out there.
the idea is that just set a hard stop and slows down.
It's not just big dicks.
I'm just wasting enough of my life because that account
It's not-
doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't. All it proves that just
a big
don't
deal.
have money is doing that.
Clear to
Don't
all-
lose money doing that either.
All genders.
Just going to sit right. Well, count maybe go up if you pick bullish, the market goes up. Maybe go down if you pick bearish, the market goes down. That really is truly random.
I see.
And the part that I'm saying is the entry.
Where? I don't know what it is.
I'm not trying to prove specifically is that
women is
managing a position, even when you're wrong,
get up
or whatever, because jumping in on a trade, even against your better judgment,
guys are always like
that reason.
You're so earnest and I'm like, I don't know why you would watch this dude. I'm like, well, I mean,
So
I see a lot of women, in the chat watching me. So it's like
the trade today
if I was so rude, if I was so terrible.
today's trade set up from here to there. That's the one right.
All right,
That's
guys,
the trade got in, came down. I held on to a runner. I added back to it, and the bid was here.
Go. It's just the flag to the downside. The time was intro.
It was almost 9 or 10 up in line. Yeah, one edge. Couldn't know this open. Now we held on a D band with 15, and we actually filled the gap 625. Actually, it's 5-1.
Oh, now kind of like,
Sorry, 5-1, not 10-1. What was worth the risk? It's almost out of it 30,000. Just fucking.
and that's pivot point really down there, 126
That's it. So this is a random, nice little denial right here on top of the 50-minute range. But what it is, because obviously it's a lab, but that should be like, oh, random time. I have to enter. I have to get it. I mean, it ran, you know, he's within it all day stop until I'm at least one strike this season. I already very slow around that. The option to stop.
that was off, pushes back up at the middle of the day, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever it is, and they get stuck at the 50-minute range.
So the Lord's man here is that I wasn't super confident.
It's not impossible.
Let's go. I only got into 3. I said resistance all 10 around 20, and I closed out 2 there. Oof. Held on to the runner. And back to there. I added 1 more there. And here looks like NVIDIA and LL here. It's looking very good. And I subtracted out the big and I held up more to get right original 1. So it's just this one. What is that holding? But I want to make this trade here, which is again well within range. I'll see. I'm going to see it overshoot, reclaim, and then I will contemplate adding 1 more time. Kind of like figuring out like exactly like that. I want to like at the end at the buff here by the end of the day. That's it. That's stuck there. That's what I'm going to see. So right now, if we overshoot here, all right.
Let's try this short to get through the next 20s. I'm not going to look for a lot. I'm not going for 100 points again, but maybe this sound like that 180 area even would be nice.
Okay. Reward from a 6 spot from 180 to 286, 100 points on 6.
It just looks weak. Or selling straight out. And especially the NVIDIA right now, 186, NVIDIA looks like it wants to fall. NVIDIA's got a big bear flag. So if NVIDIA is starting to go through 186, if we can get like right through 185 on NVIDIA, NASDAQ should try to just like swipe it on down there.
That's a button. 12,000. Yep. That turns into a 1-to-1. And then when we get back to the catalyst and the
Runner stop here.
by 1 spot, it's here like 30 betting. The market doesn't close in the catalyst. And they're happy they're
Like 30, 40 points to the downside, 50 points to the downside.
12K to 12K.
And again, guys, do not, just because I have my Victorious doesn't wear tough. It doesn't mean that you have the holes in them, right? If you're up 10 points, 20 points, let's see, make profit. If you're, like 30,000 was the account size, and very right, don't get that guy. I know there's a lot of people chance, like, oh, well, this and we're going to put you on quarter rash.
Technically speaking,
It's okay to get started early. I said, don't have to be kind of like one up my idea or try to one up anyone else in the chat. Don't let pressure that you have to hold a trade. You know, take 20 points and 30 points. Nothing wrong with that. All right. I'm not going to see anybody in the chat going, man, Patrick, and
we'll do
it
it.
held till the orders went 60, but it valley back up, and then I lost money. Or like,
I'll let that ride. So
there to do.
It didn't hold.
I don't try to add. Try to help you guys. So I'm going to basically now, I'm going to,
So normally, I don't normally add into winners like this.
I don't know, now they're looking flame eventual people this reverse here. We got rid of all the runners, so it might pop back up here. Be careful. Don't be afraid to take 20 points.
And the 8% a day is below these.
As I say that, you can see the reversal back up there. Not every trade is going to go directly to our targets. All right. We had a big move down already. We've kind of hit those targets. Like I said, don't be greedy. Don't be greedy.
So if you've ever if you've ever taken my boot camp, 12% is my normal walk away on the worst.
Let's in the
So it's again,
music.
happy you guys have never, I mean, most of you guys have taken the boot camp will know that I'm half risk, right? So the actual overall day that I let myself lose on the worst possible day is 12%, which is like 1 in like 3 months. Yeah. So let me repeat. My normal day when a non-catalyst or non-event is about a 3% loss. My worst case scenario is a 12% loss. I have that in the boot camp. We teach that. So worst case scenario, if I'm going to dig out of a hole, I usually let myself worst case scenario down in here when I choose to elect to take multiple trades. So normally what I would do is in a normal trading account, this is what this challenge sucks is because like half the people here don't understand this is a specific challenge I'm trying to do.
Kind of balance
There's
that
a
low
maybe right. It was sort of a terrible experience here today. I'm trying to provide point to the public. But like
yes, and
for fucking
yeah, right back up.
don't give a shit about the challenge I'm trying to do.
It could chop around here some more, maybe push back up a little bit more before going lower.
I'm just trying to fucking get free handouts. Like the rules are defined and we have a set setup, right?
There's that push back up here.
Y'all are going to watch me do some amazing stuff with this challenge. Trust me. Yeah.
Hopefully no one's still holding here.
How do you protect against a black what round were you, Shrek? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't love this push back up here, but
Black
we have that 90 EMA now. That yellow line is the 90 EMAs. I'm going to move my stop right here. Right here, I'm going to protect myself. Now we're risking a little less. But because the thing is, like, if we break through here, then we might go 300. So I'd rather, like, just kind of minimize that risk there for now. Give back less profit kind of thing, right? Risking like 25
Just watch them here, guys. Let me cook. Just watch them here.
But we're still giving the trade some room to breathe, right? Give it a little bit of room to breathe. Let it do its thing. But pretty much it's like, I know that if we get back above 240, there's a chance that we could go to in my 100 again.
This is a day where
Why really fell apart more than I don't imagine.
what I've drawn right here is
All here is to try to risk as little as possible on every trade.
and I wanted to
Right, every trade you want to basically risk as little as
that
possible.
we don't turn into a bear market.
And try to risk as much
It's already bear market territory on the Nasdaq.
rocket science, right? Rocket
Monthly structure
shit'll blow your mind.
holds us up. That bet is a last resort bet. And then if we're bearish, then I don't take big risk anymore. So this is like the one day a month where this kind of thing happens, where you lose all that bull structure and you test going into a bear market. I don't believe we're in a bear market. So I believe this flush is actually going to hold. And I'm not really worried about it. Yeah.
And see, the nice thing is, like, right now, I have no emotion. Right? Like, I'm not freaking out. But I'm not even thinking about it. I'm like, spend the shade.
Another day.
Right? I'm like, all right. I have accepted the idea that either my target's going to get in to have to get stopped.
Ability on how I
That's the only thing going through my head. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm level 5,000. All right. I'm just only thinking about one area.
here, and then
That's
that's
like
like right there.
Either my target's going
And right here, and then
so I'm going to get stopped now. And I'll look for another one.
under random challenge. I can't choose when I enter
Right? Every trade I go in, only
position that I'm engaged in.
that's because I knew
That this could be
stop
to happen. I had to trim everything down.
I
couldn't track.
I can be okay with the idea that I could lose this trade right now, and everybody watching me and say, "Oh, you suck at trading."
And I said, I'm not terrified, and I'm back.
Right? That is the
Managing risk at each hot spot.
the purpose of being here. Right? 5,000 people
I've lost.
and maybe I lose on this trade.
And last hot spot that I have is the last potential place.
I know. Worst come to worst,
I'm not in a trade. I'm like, this is just
I hit my profit.
I get one more chance to make one more
That's
trade.
all there is. That is just there's nothing else to it. Right? I have no idea if the market's going to go lower or go higher.
In reality,
But I
I
see
ran
that
out and I see my setup to stay in audition as part of the challenge.
The ocean that, oh my God, I'm up 1,000.
So
Now 500.
I think you
Right? Like that's the worst thing you can do.
and then
If all you're doing is sitting there while you're in a trade, it's just creating more emotion and you're just hurting yourself.
so this is a way
Or being able to like
ChatGPT said you must go in here, and I'm like, but I have the arm there. Then I'm going on as all as I can.
if it goes lower,
If that's the reason,
I have no idea what is going to happen.
that's it. I shouldn't be trading
But my pattern a lot, my set
active as a setup. Is that they're in there.
chance
But just
again lower here before going in.
kind of going against
But again, it's a chance.
the judge here or to make another trade.
Here, go lower. My strategy is not 100%. There is no 100% trading strategy. We're holding that whole number right now there at 200. I think if we get below 200 here, it should be a
Remember, this challenge to do something necessary.
So that's what I'm playing in. We got a pivot point to the downside there. We're stuck at those EMAs. You know? So,
As a matter of fact, if I hear any more complaints about the random challenge, I'm just not going to do it on screen. So y'all want to see me trade prop accounts on stream? If this is confusing to people, but I want to stream it. This is why people are like, also, people, when you're in full transparency, you fully disclose the rules, you fully write everything down. People don't like full transparency. This is to show you guys the transparent part of this. You want me to not show the challenge anymore, or do you like it? It's up to you guys. Because in prop accounts, you guys just see me trading props. So this, you guys get to see me manage an entire trading account with one thing. There we go, dude. That I can't have is about A+. So I can back up and it'll get that luxury. Okay, which then I get stopped. But you have to understand this. We go. A specific design. What I'm gonna do now is come back to see her while they get mine and set be like, okay, we're in an entry yet without being able to wait for my AI double bonds down there for now. I didn't put that a second bit higher that setup and wait for that. We got to break down there. Exactly what I want. So this doesn't allow me to do. It just throws me into the market, and I got to answer that position. I know I sit here and I take the right appropriate amount of risk. Get emotional. Oh my God, I got stopped and it sucks. I know I do. I go down hard to turn a profit out long. I know. So, but you know what? It ain't working. Yeah. Just let me cook, baby. Let me cook. Yeah, I brought home $1 million last month. You guys know that, right? I could do that every month. Trade just regular, straight up, let you guys see it. But I get a little, challenge happening sometimes. I like to do different things. I got something like I went long when you guys trading day in day out. It's fun. Oh, good, bro. Sometimes I want to prove a point. It's like, promo code for TPT. Come on, man. PW, always. Here's the flush now. Is there any other code out there? I don't know any other codes. I think we would get probably maybe 80 points of volatility to 100. That's how I feel. I like when people think that that if they feed me and they make money that they're like that I'm upset. Can't believe it. You made money? No. Oh, like I'm happy for you. I'd rather you make money than lose money. So, I'm happy for you. We got some winners down below for the take. Days after this were really rare because you don't normally right down there. Jason, Scott, Ray, full structure every other day, right? This is like probably the third time this year we've had a day like this. The last time was 2 months ago. We had nice, clean, easy bull structure, and then people just dumping everything. The big buyer. It's rare. It was there at the 15. Big buyer territory. That's rare. Tomorrow we may wake up to a bear market, right? I wouldn't be surprised if it's just this kind of day is so infrequent. Somebody says, how do you protect against it? It's just infrequent. This kind of day doesn't happen that often. It just fucking, that was that little pump just to get everything in those. It's not like a normal to get stuck in there. And somebody says a black swan event. Well, we're not going to have a black swan event. I'll just stomp out on the contract. Somebody that says, how does a stop loss protect you from a black swan event has never traded a real trading account in their life, because that kind of question doesn't make any sense either, because whenever you're long and there's a stop loss here and your stop loss is triggered, a newbie would think you actually close out your trade. I use Ledger Trader. It's Legends Trade. The stop loss is not where you're positioned. It's closed at. Stop loss fires a market order at the market. Legend could trade in the market. Gaps down to here. An IOP opens it up right there and your stop loss is there. You got filled here anyways. Like most of the time, a black swan event, a stop doesn't protect you against a black swan event. So be careful believing that your first time when you think you're going to lose $500 and you lose 5,000 because an event that happens which causes the market to just gap down significantly. you didn't get filled where your stop loss is. Never, ever trust that a stop market order will fill you at exactly that spot. It's always going to be lower. The worse that the faster it falls, the lower it goes. Yeah. So a physical stop, the market maker controls where you get filled at. Normally, if it just falls normally, then you'll get stopped around where your stop loss is. But in a quote unquote black swan event where the market just really quick, like we lose 100 points in the S&P on a single moment, when it happens there is you're going to get stopped. Yeah. So the problem is that if that goes really don't have control with the stop loss. Fuck. Order is still at mathemator's discretion. So that's another thing to always take note of, is that a stop kind of is like a parachute without a hole in it. It'll slow down your fall, but it won't keep you from laying into the ground, breaking your feet. Okay. So the goal right now is for me to know that I'm thrown into the trade at a crazy spot, and now I can manage the position. The fact that I'm in 1 is telling you I don't like the trade. If I was in 5 or 10, it means I really like the trade. Right? So remember, a market order just tells the exchange, fill my order. Normally in a liquid market, you get filled pretty quick at the bin, at the ask. But there's events like Velocity Logic, an event on the CME Globex, where if the market drops too far too fast, like selling, if a big order clears out so many tiers of the bid within a certain amount of time, the market actually stops filling orders for a split second. And that large order will like fill, and then the rest of it will stop filling against the bid. And then it'll pause and the bid will drop very quick. They'll do a calculation to mobilize liquidity and drop the market. I target was like that. Drop the price just in an instant to that new price they calculated. It's called calculation. So essentially, there's just a big enough order by their criteria. There's got a pretty good second. You don't even slow. And the market will just gap lower and continue trading midday. If I made today, I don't like money, guys. There's a profit that prevents no profit market from going off stable there. What they do is they ask market makers, the Globex allows market makers to inject liquidity at any point where sit down in that calculation. People are blowing their down how they over that bid ask would be. And then price just gaps to it. Everybody's getting around down through a stop loss. It's down on where, but it's typically a stop loss order might even get injected when you gap as well. You ever hear your stop trigger and it goes order rejected? That happens. It happens a lot. I've been trading a real account for 15 years. You've seen it happen a handful of times. So doesn't mean it's happening all the time. You should trust the stop loss most of the time. But don't rely on it to save your ass. Sometimes, when a circuit breaker happens or Velocity Logic, which is an intraday circuit breaker, I call them short circuit breakers. Market stops for a split second and then gaps lower a second later. You could read up on it. It tells you all about it, which they are rare events, but in those events, they can fuck up your whole block away so leave the black swan events that are rare. We have seen none of them since COVID, by the way. They all of the selling this year. We didn't see any of that. By the way, circuit breakers are so rare. But in those kind of events, so he's doing the more stuff going racing, not really because being the shit most it that it is. What's up? What's up, Frank? Oh, yes. That's my name. What's up, dude? And somebody said, if you're concerned about a black swan, you never be in a position. Yeah. Make a list of Frank here. What's up? I didn't see anything. See what? By the way, Warbucks, some beating trade drawdown. Go for I-1 trades. Warbucks. He's scheduled to buy on the right. Is the job buffer. I don't know the only area piece. I'm telling you, this shit is gonna be hot. I was hoping for the overshoot to add on the replay. And instead of add on enough speed, I just held through it. I'll add on the catalyst replay. Of
Awesome. We're going to trading account. I like this. You're going to take some drawdown. I have to take profit trader winners announced down there as well. Congratulations. Look at that. Now we're just going to shop. And I do hey, what did I say earlier? Right? I talked about business. We had our relationship advice. Have a target.
Yeah, make sure you have to try to get the trader is. You have a relationship. Make sure that
is it.
you need a good
And fuck with it. Or are you going to be like, hey, job done. Job finished. We made money. I had a setup. Just like we talked about pre-market, before the market even opened, chat. Don't tell me I didn't tell you so. If you watched the stream this morning, before 9:30, before the market opened, what did we talk about? We talked about a very, very, very obvious idea of a gap getting filled. So this is Friday. So if you go on TradingView and you go electronic trading hours, this is the overnight moves, right? And the daily moves, which you can see, most of the overnight moves, and the overnight moves more than the daily. I mean, than the actual market hours. But today, well, we got that big move down. And why didn't we get that big move down? Well, we pulled back, we filled that gap. We had a big gap right here. We had this all laid out before the market even opened. Don't tell me I didn't tell you so, right? We literally said, hey, watch this setup here. You got the gap fill. It's looking real juicy, and it should get us down there in the 200s. I have no idea. Again, I didn't predict that the market was going to go down. I didn't say, oh, I know for sure it's going down. I'm just saying, like, hey, gaps love to get filled. The market pulls back. All this volume here, it's not like, well, guys, it will be easy. Right? For God, it will be easy. So we'll see what happens here next. In terms of levels, maybe 25,000 down there next. If we really start selling, that could be possible, right? It could be, maybe. Something to see down there.
All right. Now we're on the edge. Let's get that flush. MHP bounce, starting to break. Cat is active. So normally in a normal trading account, sit out. Like don't take an abnormal amount of risk here. This is a sit out day. When a cat is active, normally in my real trading account, 7:30. We teach you guys like in prop accounts and stuff. Don't even spend too much time here. I'll still trade when cat is active, and I'll keep it small.
11:30.
One contract was barely anything. The account's still green for the week, which is good. But we get that one flush catalyst day, that shit happens.
It's a 15-minute chart. About it. All right, 15-minute chart. We got a wick on the bottom, wick on the bottom, wick on the bottom.
A lot of those wicks is down something, right? The government shutdowns.
Now we know that doesn't mean the market has to go up, but that kind of tells me that I'd be a little cautious of shorting down here for now. You got about 2 minutes left here on this 15-minute candle. Now it's like the risk to reward is just it's not good down here. Now, that doesn't mean it can't go lower, but it's just kind of playing into the idea, like I said, that we kind of hit that gap fill. And now I just be a little worried, like maybe we try to push it back up a little.
There is a significant reason or to be down here. I don't know. We'll often test this purple line
right there as well. 50% of the
overnight sides continue selling. So
that's double
50. That'll be an S&P
downside.
I don't think we sit from here. So 91.5. So cat active light.
We're on that next 30 minutes. Yeah, look at that 30-minute candle right now. Very kind of indecisive. We had a wick on the previous one, and now just kind of stuck right there. Right there.
I usually like to bet on the edge that the market doesn't fall apart. But in the random trading challenge, I get some flexibility. But if we lose MHP, then I'll pull the plug and be done. The normal rule is below DD bands, small trades only, strong pivots only. It's the only long up I've got. Let's turn this one down. So just start if you guys should like turn this one today.
They'd have to push the 250 to flip green, but I feel like this is kind of starting for a push back up. Got to get above. Yeah, I think that 250 area, you could start to get a push back up here. Good time to just be patient, right? Just be patient, yeah. You can see the difference, right? The move. We had this big move down. Now we're just kind of consolidating here. So, gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. Right now, sitting there at the 21. We have not gotten above the 21 yet, but I don't know why, but I feel like this is kind of like giving vibes. Giving them vibes, some push-up vibes. Lucid is down. I think, yeah, it looks like they're down right now. So they did a blowing up their accounts today. Y'all gotta stop resetting. Stop using that code PW at lucidtrading.com. You know, slow it down, people. Only use the code one time only use it every other minute. Don't use it every 5 minutes. Don't use it. Oh, it seems to be working. Working. Lucid's up. I just refreshed it and it's working. Lucid trading.
182 until 288. First run up here, 100 points.
Again, I know you guys have a lot of options. There's a lot of other
is
out there.
Because why add to the position?
Everyone's doing it. It's like everybody's with these YouTubers and that's the three days.
Right, like just the original trade I want to be in. I always take a long.
Well, actually, what I do for a living, and I'm like,
so when I get that,
I don't know what
ride it back up.
I tried out. I literally,
chances are very slight that it does ride back up, but I'm possible.
Well, you know, I do the green line reclaim,
and then I take,
and it always sounds like such a scam, right? It's always like, you're a YouTuber, oh, you're a scammer. I'm like, damn it. I don't want to be a scammer, man. I just trade for free on YouTube. Where's the scam at? You know, I tell people like I make more money from being a YouTuber or being an affiliate than I do from trading, but this no, I'm not happy. They're like, yeah, but you're a scammer. I'm like, well, I mean,
Greg B,
what do you want me to do? You know, what do you want me to do?
Instead of being for a trader, listen. This is exactly control 100%. Be in the position of not telling me what good behavior is for a trader. Be in the position of learning something you don't already know.
Yeah, it looks like Luz is a coaching situation. I don't know where servers
dead wrong. Let me scribble it out for you guys.
You know, like I said, don't try
to teach you to
y'all tell you something. Really buy new accounts because they all have
to trading account works. My risk, if you did take the boot, I did per day is 12.5%.
They told me I can't be telling everybody how to make money, and I'm like,
I'm currently half.
I don't try, but I try. I'd be trying, you know. I'd be trying on
average days for
you guys. If people think I'm just rate, you know, just make it all days.
I trade inside of that real account.
I want you guys to me let's put on good trades.
I'll tell you a little bit more, right?
I mean, on a day, odds 12.5%,
I pull the plug per day.
You know, like this is like people want to look at big trades, millions of dollars.
You name a situation.
Trading's the hardest fucking thing in the world.
Long fear, not the hardest thing in the world, but like stop here and do nothing, and then long here again. That's two
people are just your server probably
forget that there's I don't know. It's really how I told you if I wasn't in this challenge, I would be.
You never had students workers
inside here and then jumping in on.
Sometimes they forward there, but most of the time they not.
It's the same thing. Holding one contract just makes it
all right. We're back here.
My normal trading style. If I just did my normal trading style, like it always is,
you sit there watching me money, right? It's going to be boring.
Guys, they're Morty's is supposed to make it harder. And again, it seems to be confused in real time. Many people 40 level just right in here. And what is the on your handout? I don't understand.
It's short. I learned to tell you whatever. Anything really did not end and start. It's
designed to be generation. That's the whole part. Right now, a translator, the internet guys can send that I really did it. But is it that only going to put coverage on the damn stream? It seems like
people here are thinking about that because they pitch these limits, these visit bill right on TV, these big profit account, and make money. I don't understand. Anything's possible. I hear one more comment about it. I'm probably going to just not do the challenge. Yeah, the 90 a day, and then understand the KFC there. It's supposed to be a challenge within my traditional risk management rules from the boot camp. What's the white line on the chart? I swear to God. VWAP. This is exactly VWAP within tolerance. All right. They're trying to get it above that 21 EMA for the first time in a while. So this could be, like I said, now squeeze back up here. I would not want to be short down here right now. The fact that with Jenny Bad, I love to work position phase and control, even in a bad environment. Today is the best lesson you've ever gotten, and anything I've taught probably this year. Ready? Market opened here. We fell. Here, I longed. It went up. I longed 2 more. I had a position of 3. We made it together. You're helping people find Chinese freedom. That's objective. That's three people can say that. Fuck, man. I mean, honestly, even if it was like re-flip down this like gone to 1, 2 years fell to here. I just had to do a realistic, all the DD band I added, right? Like, it's a realistic idea that like trading is not easy. You're not going to get rid. We fell to here. Just like goes down. Like you asked, trading tomorrow. Now I have a net. Good luck. Because it's not going. It's quick. Not really. It goes out. Or my ability. They ever not just lose. All right. Ever. I don't really want to put out the challenge because it's outer. Right. Once did that, I got a jig into screw. Hold that one card that I down. Watch this entire plan allows me to make this entire trade. But when it comes down to it, when you're in a trade and stay within my lazy risk, still, which makes it challenging. This is all right. They're very distracting to sit there. What do you allow me? And the other guy, don't do this. This goes out of this. So no, it's not going to listen. No one's going to listen to. I promise you guys, this is such a great experience for y'all to see managing positions. All right. Well, that was a quick little push fun. When I got there, we got to have hours. Is just the worst possible day that I get. This is from my boot camp. It's never like that. It's like 1 or 2 days a year. No personal benefit. Maybe like PW share, maybe hard fun. I mean, what? 4 times total, we've had days like this, right? But I think the challenge is using so many people. Yeah, I mean, I don't, because they're like, oh, it's not working when I do the when I take profit. It's good. So what it was is what a real trader is going to be expecting. I don't charging, right? People are going to buy real harder. I can't trace. They're going to buy out the trade and they're going to go use the enter here. They're going to buy and force it. They're going to do all that. But that was the trade out here. So waited. And then a town on their in there. But unfortunately, I don't get that. As much as I want to. I think that's the, like, it's, I know it's not PLD stand you know. But at least I'm not over here charging. I'm resorting with it for my fucking Discord, you know? So. I don't have all the answers. I'm not a genius. I do. I might look like it, but I'm actually retarded. And yeah, that's all I do, basically. I'm doing it long enough. I've seen all the different times and all the blowers, all the fucking bouncers, even all the people out there we've had. I've seen them all come and go. It's still green, you know, everything's good. If one day I'll be like, everyone be rich, but still go read all right, everything's going to find that trade guru and value residents. You know, it's because being a guru is easier than being profitable. That's the truth, honestly. So a fucking guru is easier than making money trading. And that is the God's honest truth. Truly. Truly the truth. It's using the risk everybody rules. All right, as they're trading up down there at the 200s, I'm going to take base sales boomer trader. I'm looking to lose about 3% give or take per trade. So I lose every day. Discord scammers by name. The worst possible case scenario knows who's on the list, which is active. Basically, underestimate is against this case, which is exactly right. That's the God's honest truth right there. Targeted loss is no more. If you're a day trader, why do you start out for 100K basis? That's the allowed risk I do on myself. So whether you don't like it or don't understand it, so good at trading, why is your advice trade heavier, you know, than just a couple percent? I'll allow myself to lose 12% on the worst day, which is like a couple times a year, right? All within tolerance. To keep trolls out and shit bad. No one would survive to held a trade like this, risk management said.
bro, you don't know anything about trading, bro. I'll tell you something.
I think Andre just showed you though, right? We all said I got some jobs seeing while in the Discord, and this is the big problem. And it's not because
Every once in a while, people try to teach me, but
it's not because
understanding.
like the Discord, but this is design, surely so paper, right? You have
Position of risk management.
Discord full of loser traders who all believe that their guru is going to save them. So now everybody is learning how to trade in this big circle jerk of a fucking.
They're like, now you know something. I know just everybody been some.
And they're all talking about ICT. They're talking about fucking whatever, the Discord's bullshit is. And it's literally just a bunch of fucking losers sitting around talking to each other all day. So like I get it, from the community standpoint. So if I'm good at trading, why do you use advertise on YouTube? I mean, what? I go live on YouTube. Nobody has to watch, but they choose to. And then they use my code. I mean, am I a bad person for that? Should I go to hell for that? Call the devil. Tell him, man, Patrick Wheeler, man, he goes live on YouTube for free. And then people use his code. He's a terrible person. I can't believe he does that. So he's real bad. He's real bad.
I'm telling you,
That boy bad.
is that this,
I mean, hey,
again, is part of the
shorting. I'm sorry, they're bad.
Oh, they see Jews
They're
are
going 70s. We're gonna go over
the challenge.
One,
I can't help it. It's designed to be different.
It's not bad, but there are good for this. Do you think for this one?
I can't.
Yes, there
Wouldn't normally be doing this.
100%.
Okay, to me,
100%.
one more time.
The thread is for Discord.
Stop showing any trades on stream because this is starting to piss me off at this point.
It's 100% different.
Do you understand?
I don't. Charles is not how I
One from only trade.
Oh,
We're on the same page, right?
so you understand code, right? I
I don't understand. Great. This is where you decide to interrupt.
for Discord. I could, but I don't.
Or you're stuck in an infinite fucking loop. I get it. But understand. That's not how I normally trade. We understand this, right?
And honestly, I think the free Discord. I'm the worst.
Why you do guys something
The worst
meeting and different.
as a trader is surround yourself
Random and
bunch of they're losing traders.
with
And that is
the what's allowed.
I do.
I'm gonna allow myself about
Store going to have losing traders.
I don't get control of
What
this.
is where even trade?
I'm allowing myself
to do.
to at this on the wood space, which happen about
Don't do it.
once a quarter.
It's
Mad
bad.
then you get a day like this.
Someone's gonna
Either with money's about 3%. But trade. This is what I always do. This is what I actually know.
if you use my indicator that I have this indicator, right? It works.
Today I take it and what
I trade this morning trades. My indicator always works.
but all the same trade.
That's why I lost.
I'm not, it's like, oh, I'm normally going to hold, but I have to hold so that I can take the second entry on it
They say
over
that your net worth is basically
like I have to, and or else I can't take the century. Say that I want to like down
similar
on this overshoot right here. Let's just say for fun, so I want to add zero contracts right now on this overshoot.
That is a God's honest.
Drawing my cost basis to 239.
What is the best way to learn?
Down 100 points.
I mean,
I'm upside down 50 points now.
guys, there's really learning.
I'm manipulating my costs.
There's nothing to learn. You know what I mean? Like there's literally there is no learning.
Just like that.
This, right? When the market goes up, if sales guy adding those higher prices here, it's a bull flag. That's all it is. When the market goes down, it's like back up, and it goes low.
See how it works? I just did that just to show you.
Big.
So the idea is that now I'm going to trade at 239 here.
You don't need anything else. That's all you don't need.
And I add more contracts.
More shit.
Level. Now my cost basis is there. I should say, explain to me that that's probably
Right? There.
I wanted to see a little bit more overshoot, but then tell you this lesson. Does this make sense? The entire trade is now from here. It's not from here.
Gurus don't want you to know that. People don't, Discord sellers don't say that. So, but
The challenge is cost basis.
What
Management, risk management to adjust the cost basis.
right?
They're favorable to the
What did it do? It went back up. I mean, it went down, right? We had a little bit of a bull flag here. What did it do? It went up. We broke the downside. We had a better Fed. What did it do? It ran over. Guys, that's all there is. Drinks. That's literally all there is there. There's nothing else.
The problem is, this is where I fold my
Downward
checks so I can do this. And if I list 12, then I lose 12 and call it.
Like, I'm not bullshitting you. I'm really not bullshitting you guys.
But the point is cost-based management, which is what everyone says in another letter, and it allows me to change my cost base to a certain place.
Everything else that you to learn to be profitable is only going to actually do that with you.
So let's say in general, I wanted to do, I want to bet we're not going to have a catalyst, right? I want to have it as a revenge threat again.
I can't stop me from being greedy. There is nothing I can say.
One more, my cost has changed to 26. My break
Bills here, nothing. There's nothing else out there. At the end of the day, identify
quarter that this happens.
if you get stopped out, literally, I had
long late on
the next setup.
long again here.
A losing trader will think trade. A losing trader will take another trade. I'll try to reverse the trade. They'll try to make money that. They'll double down.
On an H stop, that holds 90% of the time.
That's not that. There's no sales. That's going to stop you. So there isn't.
That I could possibly lose and stop out.
I think if I die tomorrow, people in this chat who make money should be able to make money continuously for the rest of their lives because they understand one thing: bear flag, bull flag.
That is risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah.
So pretend that you don't raise the
There is everything else in
the red ways realize, and I'm not forced to stay in the trade. Right? Then I realize the game, and now I'm taking a second trade here. Right? That's the whole point of this. And what is like a lot heavier than I wanted to be? I was just doing that.
guys on every
This whole second space is manipulators just by having an element and they're getting the same.
guys, it might
Right? So hopefully that makes sense.
I could be that guy. I don't need to.
The goal is
It's just
I'm still within the range
I'm over it.
and everything going against
Yeah.
my better judgment, right? Like I said, I've been everything was the best in the collection markers, went around and died, and a catalyst says it improves. So the goal is by the end of the day to be about 26.
Experts. I'm in go.
When we get there,
But guess what? It's still here.
is it possible? Right?
Yeah.
Is it probable? Not really. Is it possible that we get
Well, I must be doing
easy like
something right.
one little
Right, I
bounce
have
here
some kind of idea of what I'm doing.
before the market dies out? Sure. Right? And again, in real trading, I take stabs at every long I can do. But I'm not doing the random challenge. But it's just I don't know how to do that. I did that thing.
I can see you're only alone. I'm telling you, don't run a Discord
Because I'm waiting for a lower target. That is risk management.
Still will.
And in a will situation.
I get it. It's free will.
The random challenge,
But you're going to learn.
make it harder for
It's
myself.
always the same. People learn the same that.
I got a hold. I'm not allowed to just choose to trade it.
It's like actress. Man, I've done so-and-so's mentorship. What a waste of my fucking time.
The whole point is to do something
Sounds about right.
completely different.
So-and-so
And just
they don't make any money in their
other trade.
Sounds about right.
Right.
You know, again, guys,
Yes, I do.
if you're
Enough.
this is a challenge.
I do
If they were
something
that
with
good
it.
at trading, if they could make so much money trading, why even waste your time with the disc? Right? Like, why? Like I told you guys, like I'm not the best trader at the
It's not to some time and each my book.
I know. I'm a retard. And I've been honest. I tell you guys that I've blown up more accounts than anybody.
Ideal conditions. Now we do have
here.
not had MHP confluence, so it's roughly 74% of the time. That's 26 is my break even on the whole position. And then I'm here.
Look at that bump. Let's make on the YouTube $1 million a month.
I mean, y'all just gotta learn how to be patient. You know what I'm saying?
And hey, you know, the funny thing is, like, honestly, like, send this cash out. I could, you know, you think about it, like, I could be like some other YouTubers and just sign, you know, $1 million analyst on SME.
This is the rejection point. It does sell on from there. It means there's only gonna be, you know, emphasize dating. So it's because I'm trying to sell off from here. I'm not even looking at it right now. I'll do a lot of analysis, but I'm probably going to try to sell there. Get bad. I'll try to sell off. He's like clockwork here. There's also Yellow Life 206, which I don't know why it's still drawn on here. Although
make D Money a millionaire and then pass out. I mean, I've given D Money all of the tools, everything that he could possibly need to become a millionaire. So it's really up to him now.
It's the risky spot,
you know. Same thing with D Money. Like I can't make D Money a millionaire unless he, he puts in the work and does it himself. I mean, that's all it's going to take time. It's going to be a grind,
See how that was worth the attempt? And even if it doesn't play out, it doesn't play out. But that was the attempt, right? So I can only say
we all love B-Money. Really, we try to back that for B-Money, man. That's why he's here. Grabs and downs isn't. I like B-Money, so that's why he's here. How's that look?
position size small, lines to a pop.
Corporate bullshit.
Just the penalties. They'll bust if I'm wrong. But
Just fucking butter because I posted a story about his wife being on The Bachelor. I mean, it's not confidential information. The point is the overall, as one trade said, I can't do all this out of 3 right now. I'm going to wait on you. Why they're reassuring you the market at a random point that I will be honest, like if it was an actual errand, I was exactly that fucking outfit. I don't know. I don't wait for the power value gap or about it. Right down or wing that's forced to jump into the market.
Can I still figure out a clever way to make money in that situation? Right.
Yeah.
And in the last 5 minutes, I made 3,000 out of it. Yeah, that was worse. Right.
6 figures. I mean, you got to think about it.
Stop moving around.
If B-Money went live on YouTube by himself without the BBH behind him, he would make no money for 8 years. So,
right.
I mean, obviously, they make
I can turn back around the street
to go live on YouTube. Live him, I think, is
if the reclaim catalyst, I'm back in. I'll probably have a thing happy with you,
to make more. If he wants to make more, he's got to have to put up, make it happen.
Again, it is selling really freaking hard.
The biggest trade you have taken. Oh, fuck. I don't even think about it, to be honest. So I like D-Money. I'll say
4% of days in full sectors like sales. I'm trying to hold, but man, it is selling rather.
Wait, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be at this
is British City Rezone reclaimed.
I get out of here soon. It's 12 o'clock. Dude, today has been a good day.
Fresh.
Right? Like, Ginger, I don't got you in the background responding to everything I say. I just clapping or I'm like,
Remember,
I'm racing the Mustang, the GT500, going to Homestead.
I'm going to wait for a reclaim and jump back in.
I've been
reclaiming
simulator nonstop, so it's time for the real. Time for the real.
All right, I'm going to add 2 more back on the reclaim.
See, like it's just like now we just kind of in that.
DC now 86.
It's consolidate. I love you, Patrick. Best day of my week, up $5,000. Fucking hey,
basis is now 190, which is here, right at monthly hedge pressure with the confirmed reclaim is my second entry for $2.
I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. I like it a lot.
God, you guys never seen a fucking pro trade before. But I appreciate the advice some of y'all are trying to give me. It's to you, like, bless your hearts and stuff, but like, I think that, guys, I got my cost basis right above monthly hedge pressure, which is exactly what my goal was this entire time.
I don't know. I think what's that?
190.
12.
I'd like to get it below though, but I'll try as hard as we can.
Yes, and kind of pushes that up, man. I mean, it's just like
it's gonna be a fight,
right? Just get denied, but
so let's see if we get it. A little dangerous. The reclaim is what I want, but man, we are failing that reclaim. Look at this stick chart, man. This is nuts.
So we got that pivot.
Volatility's lighting, VIX is going up.
Maybe that's the play here. We go through the VIX 2-minute chart, kind of like wicked. So if we lose this,
I want to try one more time.
480 area, it's crap. Go on straight on down there towards the hundreds next.
One.
Got NVIDIA trying to just stop her. That 6 is
very rare when a cat is active. It's the cat is that one.
That's popping around here.
The risk interval move is going to be very.
You find it, but he actually emailed me. It came to BD8, and then I fell in love with them. Love it first sight.
I see a lot of volume exactly.
Good man.
This is a risk, but man, I know what that is.
Like I talked about before, I think
get it.
I got good vibes from him, man. I met him, and then I was like, oh, I kind of like this guy, and then he kept coming back. He came to BD8 like 4 or 5 times, and then I was like, all right, hey,
you see how this is where the market's trying to make the attempt. I waited all
never been for this. No, right. I get a lot of emails and a lot of people Like it's hard to know if someone's gonna be like a good fit or not because like obviously like I said,
I could do that. Just totally fine.
Right, like
I'm being wrong from the right spot.
a lot of people are getting out. The intel, I think, was me and B money. Like, I'm worrying,
And if I lose, I just take the loss and walk that I'll figure it
I
out.
think winning. The future, baby. We got more stuff coming. A catalyst is all right. Well, around that, so let's say below the 200s,
More than one risk intervention.
risk interval. I get 1% off, but
Decided by
got
a calculation that CME area has called SPAN, and it sets margin refinements. Right. That risk interval, if you move exactly a risk interval on a sudden event, which is the selling event where we flip-flop the market finish, yellow line,
put that yellow line on the chart. We'll put it there.
broke all the bull structure. This is a catalytic event. If you break through this purple line, it is a nasty, devastating crash. Like I'm literally longing on the edge of where the market can crash. The only reason I'm not shorting it and jumping in on the crash situation is I'm betting that we stay bullish by at least tomorrow.
Ding, ding, ding.
Like of the day today, we're below 91.
They're to the 160s, but now it's just kind of like
But the market is still bullish enough to figure it off. Crash. The situation here, right, like can accelerate the move at all until they can go out of control. I guess I'm literally piling in right at the edge of disaster. So like my finger's literally on the button. And you can see how here is where it's trying to recover. This is the right place to make this attempt at. And if I'm wrong, that's just part of trading. You're going to be wrong some of the time. But I'm wrong from the right place, which is all that matters. All right. 74% of days will close above this orange.
180 is holding on for two.
The
Spinning candle is just
fixed this area. I guess it's center down to 74. The other actual
it starts to dump.
And the idea is that if we're trying into a bear market, then that's going to happen today. And then I just take my loss and walk away. As it starts to pull back, 12,000 is my sort of like bigger loss. I'll start to trim from the 5. I added the 5 here, or added 2 more here to take a little bit of heat on the reclaim, which I was a little over eager about. I could just start trimming down if I lose.
Dumpity dump it. Dump, dump, dump. Dump, dump, dump.
Fingers on the button.
Man.
You guys watching the challenge, just consider this a second trade. Like this whole brand new trade.
Let's go to risk for what?
Well, one of the contracts is in drawdown. The fact is, you should consider this like 2 different trades.
A little bit more than.
Yeah, it's replaying. Get on that expression. Get up there.
It's always the worst when it gets like right to that fucking the bottom there, like 160, and you're like, it's just it's so.
When you look at a chart, like days like this are so rare. Like you don't really see days like this all the time, right?
Just collapsing sometimes.
You don't normally see days where the market just flushes out like that. I mean, it's only been in recent events. Very rarely see days that do this, right? So it's like, okay, this is a once in a quarter sort of event. Totally fine. In a real trading account, you're going to experience a day like that. Well, my position size has been kept small enough so that my loss is within the tolerable range. Like I said, 12,500 is my biggest loss day on quote unquote crash or catalyst days, which would be
bottom, triple bottom, quadruple bottom. I don't know what they call that, man.
They'll been to the boot camp. They'll know all these numbers.
It's got a new hourly candle here at 12, so 3 minutes until that close.
Sometimes it just gets crazy. Sometimes I gotta hold my breath. Take a bet on the edge of disaster.
Dump it.
If I pull the plug, that's just a normal loss. It's just a normal loss on a big day. But I don't walk away blowing up the account.
NVIDIA making new lows. NVIDIA just made a new low.
Lowest possible crash date. I walked away.
NASDAQ's and like kind of the whole point.
Right? Over time,
Come on. Over time, is that I didn't do that.
but and the random trading account challenge, sometimes you'll just get flushed, and that's kind of what happens. Let's say they're probably an MHP. Come on, MHP, hang on there. Oh, it's gonna be really drained right here. Everybody don't have to back up. This is the Nasdaq's area would be. This is your feeling whenever you enter a trade, it's like when the market, that's where the market is like that, though. That's the question, right? You enter a trade, there's like market's like, stopped. But the random challenge, guys, is just how can I manage a position and I'm randomly thrown into the market? That's the random part. I don't get to choose when I get in. Motherfuckers about to get stopped out, but whatever. Choose a trade setup like that. Like I said, it happens. Just can't make a new low for now. We were just sitting down there. Honestly, we should have made a new low, but what? And this is back. Perfect. All right. Well, there it is. Good time to walk away. And the market knew what it's going to do. And then we'll come back tomorrow to make some more money. Make some more money on the way back. It's cross. So way they're going to pop it up there and then dump it again, right? No way. It's no way it's going to happen, right? That ain't going to happen, right, man? No way. No way. And just get about yellow, man. I'd be so excited to see that. It's a long beat. I don't hold my breath for that. It's that 220 could start to rip back up. These lords out down here. There's that getting denied right there, 220s again. So, and see where that candle closes. This is that 12 o'clock hourly candle now opening, right? Hourly candle just open. See how the volatility is like that. I'll be able to get that hourly candle. It's kind of like those previous hourly candles. You got a little bit of a push back up before going lower. So, maybe. When do you decide to enter a trade on the flag? Is that where experience comes in? No. I mean, that's where the trade comes, the setup comes in. 5-minute chart just got denied there again, back down 180s. Just slips in your hour. Now this is where the real magic happens. If it starts to sell off from here, dude, the rest of the day is cooked. It is biting right here. All kind of volume and everything. Yeah, this is real day trading, guys. Like that's kind of what it's really like. A lot of you are used to like just trading discrete islands, like trading the out inside blue up, start over, trading the out inside blue up, start over. A real account, you're gonna battle with drawdowns, multiple trades a day in the same account, making choices like that. Now I want to start rolling over here. A little bit different. Now is there just a limit price? I try to trade, trading big amounts per day. Like a 10-second delay or something, 5-second delay. So in these worst possible sell-off days, if I take a loss today, it's within the calculated allowed amount, and I'm good. But the day that happens once a quarter, don't jump later on like you're back into normal trading days. That'd be your deal. I did spin. Right? Well, really good swimmer. Remember, I'm a really good swimmer, man. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys haven't already, that like button, subscribe button, you know what to do. Tomorrow morning, V-Money's taking over the morning show for Freshcast Friday. I'll see you guys next week. If you haven't already, that like button, subscribe button.
That's it. That's all we got. Money, 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 money. Hey. Y'all later. Peace. Little bit of ladies. That is some giveaways. Let's get out of the hot seat first. Let's let this market stabilize a little bit. Come on. Oh my God, it's been crazy, right? Crazy holy fucking fight at MHP, right? Dude. Where did the likes situation like? Did I do a giveaway today? Somebody said. Oh, why don't 3 people like the stream? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Those likes up. Maybe I'll still giveaway in a minute. We get those likes to 1,000. We have almost 2,000 people watch the stream. This is what's up. What a show. Thank you, James. Appreciate it. All right. Fingers crossed. We hold the reclaim of yellow. Dude, this violence here is squeezing a lot of people out. There are a lot of people on the edge here. This is where most of Wall Street is pent up. The volatility is picking up. VIX is sort of stabilizing, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4 times their heart rate goes up, and I'm like excited about it. Song name artist. This is called Market Don't Die Today. This is something one of our members wrote with AI. My goal today would be at least to break even, like to take myself out right here at 276. They get another 60 points on 5. It's $6,000. I'll be up 3K if we get to the white line. I'll have 3K profit. All right, let's get 300 more people hit the like button. I'll do a giveaway. You guys got about 10 minutes to do it. Not always you guys get to see me fight a losing trade. Y'all get all crazy about it. Y'all don't see it that often. Y'all are so confused. What the hell? Matt's fighting drawdown. He's in the losing trade. What? I never get to see that at all. My big accounts is how I trade all of them, dude. That's pretty much it. I think a lot of margin calls have been 100%. 100%. And see, this is executed pretty nicely. Through all of that, let's just pretend that in like a normal world, I want to hold for the full thing and take the full loss if I'm wrong. But in a normal world, let's just pretend that I wanted to trim back down to like 2 contracts here and ride it all the way to the top. I want to take the full risk though, because I want to make some money for my effort. And I'll be willing to lose 12,000 to do it. But say I just trimmed out right now, right? Through all of that of what you saw, longing the market, as Nasdaq has fallen 400 points and I'm down 3K. See what I'm saying? Like the point is making the right decision at the right place is always the winning strategy.
And so I could be happy with like a 3K, 4K loss and a big crash where, you know, a third of my daily loss. I mean, not that bad, right? So let's see how this pans out for today. But the idea is that this is where I wanted to strike, and this was the right place to trade from. Even if I'm wrong, I was wrong from the right place. If you're wrong from the right place so many times, you can dig yourself out of some bullshit. Not being afraid of the market. Half of you guys were like saying, again, watch me eat my words in a second. This just has a big fuck you red candle that just knocks the position with full loss, which is fine. A lot of you, some of y'all were saying like, this is just painful to watch. Not really, right? It's all within the tolerance of what I'm allowing myself to do. And we're back to Catalyst, right? Back on the edge again. The fact that I'm doing what I did at the right place is how I can make money over time. And with our wrong, instead of being wrong, right? I could trim, I can close at any point. And just pull the plug. See now, as I said, that red FU candle can come right there out of nowhere. And I could just choose to trim and take my normal loss. But as you saw in the last like 20 minutes, majority of those days recover from there. And so I can dig myself out of any kind of situation by just trading from the right spot as much as possible. Right. And there's the red candle, right? Been doing this long enough to know that all that matters is that I'm trading from the right spot, right? That's it. And if this ends up being a losing trade still, then I just take the loss. But 3 out of 4 times, that's the winning trade, right? And so now I can probably just close it out if it keeps losing. I'm out. Close out. Or I'll be out. The best fund at X account, Legacy, or Rapid Bev experience. They're both pretty much the same. Rapid gives you a faster payout schedule. Legacy gives you a bigger payout. See here? Now it's down. So now I can actually close out. I wanted to. Cat active could be crash day. We tried to bounce at MHP. It's not bouncing. I'm still going to hang tight and to get my max loss. I'm going to start trimming. Remember, it's volatile. It's violent. 3 out of 4 days, we'll close above orange. And what I normally will do, if it fails orange, I close out. And then when it reclaims, I get back in. So let's see who was out. That's part of the random trading challenge. It's random. I got to do my best in this situation. This is the ultra pro mentality because I got to do my best in a random market. All right. Let's do the ETF giveaway. First and foremost, we always do. Remember, all that matters is control on your position size, your loss. And for big losing days like this, I waited to the perfect time to take my stab at this market. Imagine imagine that it does rally from here, right? Imagine after all of this that I hammered the long. If it works, I got it at the right spot, right? If it works. Now that's the question is if it works. If it works, it works from here. If it doesn't work from here, it doesn't work at all. All right, type it in. I'm going to spin the wheel very quick. So you guys got literally 3 minutes or 13 minutes. So I got to go. And velocity is picking up like crazy. So this actually might turn into be a losing day if it doesn't work. Now, again, volatility is high. There can be overshoots. That's the whole thing. This can have about 40 points of overshoot. So about 140 is that final sort of like area that kind of is going to scare me out of this. 140 and below, maybe 135. I'll give myself 5 points. That's it. But you see how exciting it's getting, right? That you can see that this is where it's trying to move 1, 2, 3, 4 possible times. This is the proper place to trade from. And all that work today, being in one contract, was to allow me the flexibility to take the actual bet from that spot. And MHP is betting on the greater market structure being bullish, right? It's betting that market doesn't dive from here. So again, if it dives from here, then hello bear market, right? We're back to like March all over again. All right, spinning that wheel, guys. We give away a 10K end of the day account ETF, and then we're going to give away some Funded Next accounts. Nope. Yeah, Funded Next. Oh, we were so close to 1,500, were we? We were 12 people shy from the 5 more. That's okay. We have 1488 viewers today. Max and current. Oh, and that so exciting to watch S&P hold the edge there. As they don't die, Odysseus, awesome. Yeah, so right now ETF's having beat the beast. Remember, you buy the account from them. If you get a 25K beginner static, it's 65% off using our code. If you pass half of your profit target, or if you double your profit target, you get up to 300K statics. It's like their prize they give you if you beat the beast. Okay, the deal. 10K statics, $57 all in. Awesome. Value account, very nice if you're on a budget. End of the day drawdown is kind of nice. Funded Next. All right. Spin the wheel, 50K rapids, Funded Next. Quickest path to pay on all prop history. 4 days to pay out from the start. Sir Darb has a song called Oh Scooter. Boy, this has been an interesting day. Congrats, LL. Power of Y, next winner. That's in the chat. All right. If this isn't a rally from here, I'm just going to quit day trading forever. Very good. So the market is back to the end later. Imagine the worst possible sell-off day that we've had 2 or 3 months, and I'm only down 4K. Even in the midst of chaos, pretty expert control there. Not gonna lie. Like, choice making was pretty good today. I'm taking the market decides if I win or lose today, not me. So I'm taking the risk at the right spot. And so now we'll just see what happens. Huge ass. That's big itself. You know. James Williams. A lot of times what I do here as well is I'll cycle position because it's a catalyst active. I'm not doing that. But on the pop, I'll trim. On the dip, I'll add. On the pop, I'll trim. On the dip, I'll add. I do that a lot of times too. But a catalyst is not active. I'll do that all the time. Inch my cost base is slightly lower. Right now, I'm just holding through it. It's a little out of control and a little too volatile for me to be able to do that. The catalyst is not active. If it pops 40 points, I'll take one. It dips 40, I'll add one, take one, add one, take one, add one. Inch my cost base is lower. Today, I'm choosing to just hang through it. Usually, even when it's chopping around, I can dig out even further doing that. When CAT is active, though, it's just going to be choppy and violent and kind of trady the next winter. We have to give away a boot camp as well. Did the boot camp, hey, background, welcome to Lifetime. Also, somebody donated earlier for some boot camps. Don't let me forget to give that away later. I thought somebody donated. James did, yeah. Rose said, any stats with influence of HP, HRS, influence energy effect on the level. Burrell says your characteristics. Just on the level, we only have stats of the influence at the level itself. All right, that's 5. That's all 6 of y'all. The correlation stats on level hold percentage depending on HP, NP, res effects on levels other than themselves. No, that's it. Sorry, I didn't see your question earlier, but I had to spend time explaining to people the random training challenge is random. I'll let you guys choose. Do I stop doing this random trading challenge and just like detrimental to you guys' experience? Seems like there's a lot of people with an issue with it. Thought it'd be cool and different so you guys can watch me get into some sticky situations and dig out of it. That's the whole point. You get to watch expert level risk management. You can learn how real trading works. That was kind of the original goal, was that you guys, I'm going to force myself into some shit situations that I got to work my way out of. All right. Hopefully that's cool for y'all. It's like, yeah, I just wait for A pluses wait for A plus, wait for A plus. But like, this is like, throw me into some dog shit environment situation and let me figure it out. That's the whole point. I don't know how to advantage face. You can go on like 1,000 watt. So just to be a little like cautious, watch, let me close down 3 of these. And now I'm holding 2 and I'm down 3,000. My cost basis of 2 at 208, which is beautiful. I'm now long at yellow line at 2. Now I'm pretty much set for the gold. If this rallies back up to the top, I can just hold on to it. I'm good. So it's what happens. Keeping the risk light. I'm not through that big of a deal. And that's how it runs. I can hold a little dive though, but I feel like with the cows being active, we're kind of bouncing around there. I just used it to dig out a little bit. Is it useful to see guys to see me getting into sticky situations? I beat myself out of it. Actually, in the general instance, so it may rock that, but tell me what y'all think. Right? The only thing difference is in between my normal trades, I'll be holding a runner. That's really it. To stay engaged. Right? Normally, don't look at the P&L as a gain. I look at the trade as sum. The P&L is going to have to take a lot of extra drawdowns so I can get into the entries that I want. That's part of the game, right? Can I do that to make money? That is the challenge. Right? My 90%ers and 80%ers didn't work out today. Oh darn. So what's gonna happen is in the worst I got to one day and all my bull stuff failed. I'm down $3,000. You know what I'm saying? Like that's 3%. That's not bad. And you know, you're gonna watch something completely different than I normally do. So I hope y'all enjoy that. It's great for you to understand what real trading is. People don't get their own fault. They don't show up and listen. When you're a teacher, you should be listening to these students. I shouldn't be listening to students and understand they just have to learn the hard way. Keep the challenge. This found you trying to learn legit trades. I like to see how you actually trade. This is how I actually trade, by the way. It's just that I normally would tell you guys, I would normally stop out here, but I'm going to hold to add in right here. And I always differentiate both. That y'all understood, but somebody just didn't get the message today. Is that I said normally in my normal, I literally drew it on the screen too. Normally I would stop losing this and then just sit out and take a stab right there. Normally I'll do that, but in this challenge, you will see me have to hold one runner, take that drawdown. Only different. I'm forced to take a little bit more drawdown so that I can get some A pluses. That's the whole point. Best string? Oh, shit. That's weird. Move. Right. Very useful. The only issue is that you have so much wiggle room to add that much to your accounts can't handle that. Oh, but hold on. I have that wiggle room, not because I had that wiggle room. So I created that wiggle room. Not even say that's far. The initial choice of your initial position is what gives you that wiggle room to begin with, Skinny. Remember, any account you're trading, you can allow yourself that wiggle room too. I made that choice to give it to myself. That's the secret.
Oh, we are pumping.
Understand the purpose of the challenge, but it's not good for degenerate traders that are struggling with discipline. No, you got to see the best discipline you've ever seen in your entire life. Day trading, this morning. This, by far, was some of my best choice making I've ever done in a trade situation. This was 100% perfect control the entire time. So keep in mind that the choice is made where I added, where I subtracted, where I added. I'm barely in the hole a little bit. This is by far some of the best trading you've seen me do. I got to get out of here. I'm in feature mode, yeah. That's saying, like, this whole point is to prove something that is different.
Oh, they are losing bullish, sir.
It's out here, but because of the challenge, I got to hold.
I am eating shit on this Tesla call. Oh boy, that's not good. Oh, they are pumping it. Oh my God, ULTY is at 426. Holy fuck. You're down a lot of money. Now it's pumping. I'm up 380 on this con. Only down 930 on the day. That's almost $600 recovery so far. Oh, baby. Keep going. It's going to reject 980 though. Be aware of that. There went 980. Rejected. Damn it. I put a freaking cell under there. I'll see if I can. I probably missed my opportunity to get 981, but I might fill it. Nope. Oh, yep. Fill. Not 840. Well, that was stupid. DLL really kind of screwed me on that one. All right. You can have some pizza. There's the projection. Projection. Good luck. Just nasty moves, man. Let me enjoy it. Ooh. I'll take a chance.
I'm gonna hold on to it that I made.
Well, that would be the smart thing to do.
Yes.
Hold it. Hold it. I need to reduce it enough to make a walk to the truck a little bit less. Man, our big stock is at $45.25.
Wow. That's a ripper.
Hello, maybe. Okay.
Give you a chance.
Sure.
Going long. And then Q.
These are the things. The path is their fingertips. Perfect. Perfect.
Break this 240. We go in 288.
It is my deal. 1,500 bucks. We'll have the trip. Be right back. It said, oh, I just posted in the chat. It did.
Okay then.
It has to. Well, that goes back to the. It's going to be the cheese at STC. Two main things are entities. The other one said, right.
Ah.
Good ad, then obviously we'd crash straight down. So pretty weak today, you know. So it's easier trade today.